Hmm. Well. Let me see what we got here. Coffee and Kush TV. And this is what I call the transition into greatness. Let me see who out here though. Let me get on my main channel real quick. Let me see this real quick. Yeah. See who out here and about. See how many people up in this chat room. You know, I was about 7 hours late. I was about 7 hours late. It's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes. It's like that. 28 people watching. And that's a shitload of likes, man. That's a shitload of likes right there. That's a shitload of likes. I like that. I like that. Who up in this mug? You better not skip no ads neither. All y'all skipping ads. Look at them. Look at them, Lefty. They skipping ads. Look, they don't support the road, bro. How they in here this fast? They skipped the ad, bro. They skipped it in 5 seconds. I know you. I know you. I know what you did. I know what you did. Coffee and Kush TV, the Power Hour, registration, Caro University in the building. Don't be coming to class thinking I'm your damn friend. Some of y'all ain't at that friend level. We coming on this motherfucker thinking I'm your friend. Professor Gills is what it is. Who up in this mug? Jason Harris in the building. DT in the building. D-Jack, what that shit do? Partner, I see you in the building. You ain't be coming up in here thinking we friends. I'm about, what up, Kev? Walking in class like they got permission and shit. Like they just hanging out with us in recess. They ain't hang out with us, man. Kev is Kev. I told y'all when we started Kev, it was going to be a bunch of stragglers coming up in here tomorrow. Hey, Kev. I told y'all, check them at the door. Check them at the door. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? Never concerned about yesterday. Only about the progress we made today. That's the conservative way. Kev. Motherfuckers mad they can't go. Why you can't go with you? Why you can't go? Why you so thoughtful? Why you so confident? Why you so... I can't go, G. During the depression. This was the greatest depression you ever had. Damn scamdemic. CDC confirms. Press 1. CDC confirms under 10,000 deaths during this whole scamdemic. Under 10,000 deaths. They finally come out and admit it. Under 10,000. What y'all wearing masks for? What is your dumb ass wearing a mask for? Look at your neighbor and say, what is your dumb ass walking your dog for today with your old ass? I thought you believed in Jesus. Today, there would be no reason why y'all dumbasses around trying to enforce illegal confiscation of American rights. They should be arrested and those companies should be shut down. The mayors should be tried for treason, trading American civil liberties, which is illegal, for fear mongering. They should be tried and convicted if I was the judge of treason. How you shut down a whole nation because people are scared to breathe? How you shut down a whole nation and cause all this Antifa and BLM, Black Lives Matter, don't even know what the hell they doing no more. They just taking knees. Goddamn LeBron James up there throwing up signs, Illuminati, then do the Wakanda. Do the Wakanda. Everybody this morning do the Wakanda. Everybody, y'all some goddamn superhero characters. That's what you is. That's what you is. I want you to deep down in your soul today. If you doing this dumb shit like your ass is a superhero, I want you to look deep down and realize you ain't got no soul. And look up in the mirror and realize how dumb you look. Just take a peek. Look at this dumb shit. Niggas ain't doing this no more. What's up, brother? Them niggas. Get your dumb ass on here. Get your dumb ass. Coffee and Kush TV. Dumb ass. I got a Wakanda rug right now. for $1,000 right now. That motherfucker had your arms like this all week. All week. Called a poncho in Mexico, but it's called a Wakanda rug in America. We can make little Jamaican and African colored logos and young pharaohs all around that bitch. Because y'all believe in Wakanda. Y'all don't believe in God. I'm finding out the more I get to the Most High, where God wise at. Where God, where the queen at. The more I get to God, the more it's uncovered. It's all a blessing. I love the sisters for that. Always keeping me focused. That's why you gotta have a council of women around. Just what you say? What you say? You gotta, motherfucker. You gotta have that council of women around this motherfucker. Just like what in God's name? Y'all out here 24/7 wearing nothing but Trader Truth mask, Puff Daddy mask, Nipsey the Marathon Hustle mask. Y'all don't all became socially distant. Not that you had anything smart to say at all, but I feel this is America. And even the people who don't have nothing to say should have something to say if they chose to. But y'all been around here wearing masks, and Black Lives Matter say they can't go out and vote. So they want to vote in the mailbox. Yeah, they can all march. The LGBTQ community, Black Lives Matter movement want to march to Washington like a million man march. Like a bunch of bozos. Like they gonna get something passed at the river. Always trying to recreate a historical moment and don't know you living in history right now. You always trying to recreate. Let me know that you've been pre-programmed time after time after time. And they call it insanity when you're doing the same things over and nothing's changing and you still trying to, nothing's changing, G. If YouTube wasn't a benefit somehow in some way, to me, I wouldn't be on here. That'd just be insanity. To spend my time trolling people. I would be insane. Right? Cairo University. Sign up to the Patreon right now. All of my future shows that deal with bright information will be done in private. Then released over there. But I gotta have control over my channel, and the trolls is bumping. That's just what it is. You feel me? Black Lives Matter is nothing more than a witch covenant. I believe that. Ain't nothing but a bunch of masculinity on this earth. That's it. Just bunch of masculinity. And they talking about we too masculine. That's because we men. They want to be masculine. And then Bum B silly, I want to get up there and say, what? Man, these women always on the front line for us, man. They been holding us down. Why would Meg the Stallion, why would Tory Lanez do that to her, man? If that had happened in Texas, man, we would have did something about that, man. We would have did something about that, man. The whole Afro-American infiltration community is sick. Did you hear what I said? I didn't say you. I said the infiltration, COINTELPRO, Democrat baby can't live without the breastfeeding of welfare ass motherfuckers and the motherfuckers who want to keep you there, the rappers and the entertainers who get paid to do so because they all internationalists, black Turkish, black Germans, and black other folks blending in with you, trying to change your laws. Turns out only 20% of the NBA even registered to vote. You know why? Because they don't really care. That's why. While they taking these, they don't care. You vote locally. That's what changes your immediate circumstances when you vote locally, when you care about your councilman, when you care about that person representing your district, that Senate that's going to be going for the Senate in the next 8 years or some crazy shit. You know, we got to limit them. Forget limiting the presidency power. We got to limit them. Ain't no way in hell you should be in the Senate and Congress for 12, 13 years and have a record like Joe Biden. He should be the blueprint on why that has to stop. The president and them should have 4 years with consideration for another 4. That'll stop all this other stuff. That'll put a halt to a lot of all this other stuff. Right there, along with all this other stuff right here. They tried to use the VMAs on y'all. Y'all didn't watch it. Y'all saw Machine Gun Kelly and them because y'all see the rappers trying to amuse you with that funny stuff. Let them deal with that. Same people talking about the industry is the same people trying to get into it. Even though it ain't no industry right now, they still trying to get into it. Yeah, bro. You know, that's why I'm doing something different. I'm doing something different, especially on my page. Do something different. You know. Wait a minute. Who was that in the super chat? Chica D 901. Shout out to you in the super chat. Somebody hit me in the Cash App this morning before I even get on the air, and they know I'm covered. But it's just a blessing to have a support team that supports before you even come on the air, and it just these are the people that's been here and know that the fraud department put that work in. I mean, we expose people at the local and the higher ups in the community. You feel me? Shout out to these people in my Cash App. Alio talking about Cavro University. I told you, Alio is here every day and a major supporter and don't do no work. Antoinette, shout out to you, Queen. Mita, Natara, I hope I said her name right. Natara, and Mr. Kevin. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to y'all, those supporters. And of course, in the super chat, shout out to y'all, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, because I don't care. I don't look, when you join Hollywood, they over there doing the Wakanda thing. Like they really, from what they trying to link you to them. I told you that in a make believe place. Now they finna take your black away and take away your Negro and call you Wakanda. Straight out of the goddamn comic book. You traitors in our community will be held responsible. G from the base, shout out to you. Tuition like a mug over here. Cavro University. Make sure you cop the Cavro University sweatshirts. I got a ton of them on the way. A ton. Yeah, a ton. It's time to make this channel cool again. Time to make YouTube great again. Right here. It's time to make YouTube great again. Right here. Shout out to you, G from the Bay. Always a big supporter, bro. Yeah, y'all stop giving y'all likes and support. Even if you do look, don't look at it from a perception of you want to be like, and if you feel your body urging like, oh, you're being, that's the spirit of artificial intelligence right there. That's the spirit of artificial intelligence doing a number on you. It's time to go ahead and scroll. And some of y'all need to unfollow a bunch of people so you can allow great messages to come through your Instagram. Press what? Damn, bars. Bars. This is what you gonna do. We gonna do it as a collective. This is what Cavro University is about. There's Cavro, there's Cavro University, and then there's motherfucking elite alumni Illuminati shit. Understand? Some of y'all people just come to class. I lie. Some of y'all people come to class and participate and grow with the class. Keep throwing the lie under the bus. Today is your day, nigga. Today is your day. Just come to class, nigga. But some of us go above and beyond. Some of us go above and beyond. And don't even, you feel me? Don't even be tripping. Scarecrow elite status right there, right there. You know, Puerto Rican could get yelled at all the time. Could be maybe making me want to block his ass, but under the rules of the elite program, which we just made up. The elite, you gotta listen to him. And then it turns out this shit come back around next week. Next week though. Next week. Some shit some lady said last night on the show. I know Puerto Rican. Like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. I told this fool. That's all right, I don't care, bro. I tell you like they used to tell you in Fight Night. There'll be another day, son. There'll be another day, son. Just did a bit of a day. You feel me? Higher learning, not at the base level. Yeah, they come telling me, Jay-Z, did you hear Jay-Z 444 album? I looked down somewhere. I thought I dropped something. Bars. Press what? I said, when they tell me about Jay-Z 444 album, I looked down. I thought I dropped something. I was looking around. What the fuck? Y'all be pumping that shit up like he saying something magical. You say some shit niggas said 20 years ago. Y'all niggas, hey, beat it, nigga turn his head up. That nigga get that T.I. look going. That nigga put them black gloves on and get the... I don't even know how to make my lips like that ugly. I don't even know how to look like that. I can't even count. The Lord won't even let me conjure up that spirit that make him looketh as the beast that he is. Kev Rowe. That's a weird looking... Man, y'all act like y'all scared to say it. I bows to no man that looketh like that one. And this one right here. I'm good. Just something about men like that. You know, next thing you know, this nigga talking about it's the roll instead of the rock. Just nigga, man. What's up? Kev ended up dead. Nigga, the whole Coffee Cuts program got all Rock Nation orders. What's up, y'all? Then Kev Rowe. They got Nick Cannon with a hoodie on. Everybody wearing hoodies. Trevor Noah's wearing hoodies. Everybody. Y'all see Trevor Noah drawing. Hey, look at this. Once I told y'all I got these motherfuckers dripping. Y'all want to see some? Y'all want to catch a dead body? Now watch. This is how I'm gonna travel the world. Watch this. Remember, I had a hater back in the day. He said Charlotte made a guy. He took a picture of me with my hoodie on. He said, "Be careful with this nigga, man. This nigga trying to come for you." I said, "You got all that from me wearing a sweater," but I didn't realize what they seen in me. You feel me? I'm in life dealing with my own issues, expressing myself. But if y'all ain't noticed, this fool this nigga must have found out that I wear my hoodies, G. That's all he do is wear hoodies. He's starting to look like a damn Teletubby, you know, and it just started happening recently to make him give him more of a American urban appeal. You ever seen that one? When the Brits try to give you more of an urban appeal. Watch this one. Y'all gonna trip the fuck out. Everyone, I had to take a picture of it. Every one of them. Every one of them, son. I love every bit of the flattery. Look. All right, now look. Now you got the yellow one, right? These are all new. These is the old Trevor Noah where he looked like the Weeknd. But this is the new one. All the new Trevor Noahs, they all do have the same clothes on. Look. Look. Always like they only allowed to wear, he's only allowed to wear a sweatshirt. Look. Y'all gonna trip. Y'all gonna be like, now at first y'all gonna be like, nah, kid, you tripping. Look. Look, I'm trying to tell you, look, bro. Nigga, I got a whole style of Teletubby photos of this nigga. Look, right here, degree. I got a whole page full of them. So what the fuck is going on here? Nah, man, you wearing out the urban. You gotta look more urban, sir. The John the Daily Show, they're all fucked up. All of them. They keep wearing the same clothes over and over and over again. I don't even listen to this clown. You got something to say about the president, nigga? Get you a cop. You a Caro sweatshirt. Caro University. I'll show you how to be more American, Trevor. Tell me the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the fucking truth. I'm changing the game, Chica D. Shout out to Chica D, of course. Had to support again. Shout out to you, Queen. And Bree. Always a good supporter. Higher learning, not at the base level. Always. Always. And I'm glad they opened up my super chat. They blocked me and shit. You know me? They go block me, G, because I'm spreading my personal truth. That's what happened when Leor is at the table. Leor over here. Didn't I tell y'all? I saw Leor in my chat room and he talking about, oh, a black. Oh. Remember I started doing this one with the big nose, big tall motherfucker. Motherfucker started following me and shit around the hood. And what the fuck is this dude? You better not be Leora people. You better get your goofy ass on. No, I don't want your sentence, nigga. No. Get your shit pushed back. No. Go to another address. I didn't want to. You don't want to know nothing. Bunch of Chinese folk. Bunch of immigrants taking my senses. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want nothing. KRO. Y'all gotta, you can't just talk this. You gotta live this. It takes a special person to be around me. It takes a special person to be. I'm a strong-minded individual. It takes a special person. That's what I realized about myself. Kev, you've been cutting yourself short, bro. I had to talk with myself. Sometimes you gotta do. You've been shutting yourself short. What you mean, nigga, bro? Bro, you not a victim, bro. Fuck that, bro. Man, fuck that. No, but I am. But fuck that. You're not. That's how they get in, bro. Don't be a victim, bro. For sure, cuz. On hood. Stick your chest out. That's what they said. Black said, stick your chest Sometimes you got to talk to yourself because nobody outside of you understand you, but you and the spirit you talking to. You feel me? Ain't no reason to astral project when it's in you. They trying to get somewhere. They trying to prove to you that they going through the universe, flying around this mud, doing their thing. Daydream. That's it. Come back with something tangible and let me know something. Come back with something tangible. Let me know something. Care, bro. Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Terry. You feel me? We are survivors. We are victors. And this ain't nothing but a victory lap. You know, because the world is abusers. These motherfuckers are abusing. They sit up here. Hey, you thinking it's you. The world is abusive. And lost like a mug. Lost like a mug. And I had to accept that thing. There's no reason to tell a motherfucker. Because everybody know. You know. Everybody know. Everybody waiting on some, you know, since they lost faith, they just, ain't nobody coming in the cloud, so guess we do what the fuck we want to. Guess we treat people how we want to. And then ask for forgiveness for themselves later. Oh God, please. And then wake up refreshed, like I'm blessed again. Girl, you ain't blessed. You went to sleep and your body did some natural rejuvenating. That's it. Nigga, you ain't blessed. You woke up again. That's a blessing if you look at that one. But nothing's progressing throughout your day. You still stagnant and entertained throughout your day. If you consider just your body waking up and take that as the blessing that you want and walk this earth dirty as hell and just be that, then I guess that is a blessing for you. My God don't want me like that one. I ain't be shined up for who I be talking to. You feel me? My people don't be, they in 2020 they don't be communicating to our people. They be communicating like some shit. They be talking about the word and then they be going off into their own mythology. I'm cool. I don't want nobody Christian talk. I'm cool. I don't want that one. I want to go to your big old mega church. I don't want none of that shit. Nope. If you ain't talking about the lost tribes of Israel being found and them redeeming themselves out of the trials and tribulation of which y'all put them through, what I'm going to sit there for? When I can see more of the blessing and what more God is saying outside of that. You feel what I'm saying? So why would I do that? That's fucking insane. Why the hell would I do that to myself? I wouldn't set myself up for failure like that, G. Motherfuckers be out here just. I get up here and I put lotion on my face, G. In front of the camera. No makeup, no nothing. Canberra University. I'm late, but guess what? I don't care. Kick that information. Kick the information the right way, and hopefully we can penetrate the shield of this damn B system that we living in. That's what we do every day. You know, you got the sun worshippers out here working, doing their little schematics. What this nigga got a $50,000 watch? Okay, bro. End of the world. The niggas out. Egos just gone. You feel what I'm saying? Right where I want them, lost. That's how you blind these niggas. You give them a confidence test. You blind them. You know, I can't be him. Let's try to outshine him. I ain't gonna buy all these jewels, buy all these fancy things, but mindset is still stuck. So none of that shit gonna be maintained or controlled. Mind frame is still stuck. And you started out. They forget they started out in competition. You can't start out in competition and then forget that there was no race at all. There was no race. You know, you can't do that. You know? That's right. Protect yourself from the B system. Yeah, you can't do that though. You know? They always looking for something tangible that they think is gonna get them to a specific confidence level or status. And it's not. You're never gonna go nowhere because right there in the chat room, you don't even know yourself. You don't even know yourself, D. So looking for something outside of yourself to make it appear like y'all know something and buying brands and logos with sun and moon gods on them, that shit is appeasing to those who are blind, but those who can see, none of that shit lasts, G. None of that shit lasts. Being true to yourself lasts forever. Being a real person, that shit lasts forever. You know? There's gonna come a point in time, niggas wish they could give that all back. Just like, oh, no. You know, because the allurement, you know, what's the use of embezzling out a Rolex? Nobody embezzles out a Rolex. You don't do that to a Rolex. But these little niggas don't know nothing. Because they blinded. You feel me? Kev Gills gave him a persona and they couldn't contend. Hey, fuck, we gotta be better. You feel me? And then send them on a whirlwind and eventually they'll think, wow, no, I must feel like, and you don't. You're still walking in your tippy toes. You're still small. You ain't grew nothing. And these people end up in a lifetime of just unhappiness, cuz. Y'all gotta stop chasing them things. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Chill out. Wiggalicious said they want to be down so bad. They don't care where they want to be down. They just want to be part of a popular sector or group. Anywhere will do. Anywhere will do. Kev wrote. You know. I never went to no university, no school and said, where the cool people at? I always stayed to myself and then we just became like, you know, we just became. And whoever was there, it didn't matter if they was in a wheelchair, had a half a arm. If they was there, they was there. If they wasn't, they just was. You feel me? Because I'm bringing all the cool motherfuckers. What you got? You got the school test? What you got? The hookup? Where you work at? Taco Bell? We got action. We got a team. Where you work at the movies? We got a strong team. Your mama let you use your car? Even stronger, nigga. You say you gotta have a reason to hang out here. Ain't no press one. You just can't hang out here to be part of the team just because you see a bunch of people laughing and giggling and having fun. Remember, y'all in y'all community, y'all don't laugh and y'all don't giggle. There's no laughter. There's no positive. There's no nothing. So when y'all find classrooms like that, don't just think that y'all can just come in because y'all hear laughter and positivity floating around that floating around that, and think we all just joking around at Carroll University, because we not. Sometimes y'all refer people here, they hear 10 minutes and they gone. That's not for them. You know, if people ain't patient enough to see what I'm doing and know that I'm a one man, I'm Ryan Seacrest. You feel me? I'll be doing Ryan Seacrest shit, but at a small level. Carol, you know, some of y'all become part of the show and be, man, why you do be like that? I don't know. What you say? Oh, you said when I was in comedy mode. Nigga, you should have said something else. You feel me? A lot going on. Wakanda man dies. COVID-19 test come out. Wakanda man dies. Press one. Press one. Early morning. Freestyle. Press one. The COVID test come out. Black Jesus of the Black Panther movie passes away from colon cancer. Let them tell it. I don't know what he passed, bro. I don't believe nothing no more. Yeah, that looked like some. That looked like that. What's that pastor who passed away? He got all shriveled up because of them that virus. We say they all got shriveled up. It looked like that. So I'm not into. I'm not into none of that. Poison. Poison. I'm not. Listen, I don't follow the same stuff. You know, if you think it's poison, poison for what? Poison for what? Explain it to me. Why they poison? Why? What's the poison about? What's the poison about? Tell me. Tell me. Let me see how with your makeup stuff. Y'all do exactly, y'all think exactly the way they want you to think with no objection. And anybody that don't repeat, you feel me? With somebody, some anti-information COINTELPRO ass channels. Where? Poison for what? What was he doing so big? What was he doing in 2020 so big that they would have to poison him? Tell me. I know there's somebody out there who said that in my chat room. Could you stand up, please? It was big line. Who can I get moderators in here that can expel students right away on the first day of school, please? Whoever said it, come to the front and call it in. Poison. So call it in poison. I need some fucking, just pick them up by their fucking drawers and throw them out. My classroom, Carroll University, it's registration day and you are out of here already. 42420. I see one right now. Gone. Gone. And I don't unblock on this channel. Thank you. Make another one. Where's another one? Let me see. Poison. Joe King. You call it in? You call it in, Joe King? I don't hear nothing. Let me see. I don't hear nothing. You not calling in? That's a broad statement. Poison. Block. No call. Can't be redeemed. Block. Block. I ain't moderator like that. What do I do, Kev? He don't got the answer. He ain't call it. Throw him out. I'm not asking y'all no question. Press 1. Let them students know, classroom. I'm not asking them a question because I don't know the answer to it. Don't tell me about some poison. If you can't, if you as bold as you are in the chat room, and you can't stand up in my class. See, this class is about oral presentation. That's how you pass this class. By calling in, and I'm not gonna tell you the rest because you's a chump. He's a chump. Yeah, bro, we got too much time to 804 calling in. I knew Chump will get him. 804, you on the air. That's right, you better hang up. That's right, you better hang up. We put in too much work. Too much. Did y'all see what we did last night? Did you see that information? You'd be lucky that you saw stuff like that to make you think. Not everybody can give y'all that stuff and make y'all think. Area code 347. Come on to the front.
What's going on, Kev?
What's happening?
For the weekend, salute to the chat, salute to the class.
What's up, champ?
I wanted to just touch on the thing that happened with the Chad Boseman.
Who?
What really the Black Panther dude?
What black? Oh, go ahead.
What I wanted to say, to me, through times, a lot of times, things like this happen where you get put a martyr in front of you, or you get, how we have fake leaders. We also have people that, are fake martyrs.
Go ahead.
But what really stuck out to me, right, was the simple fact that his last tweet. Now, this might sound similar to another individual, but his last tweet was in support of the DNC. And I'm like, to me, it's like, why would that be your last tweet? You know what I mean? I'm thinking that you might be putting something down for your family, like, you know what I mean? Everybody stay strong while I'm gone, like, you know what I mean? Things like that. But the DNC took that as an endorsement. Even in your death, they were still using, just like how the record companies would use somebody like Tupac, where you find his shirt everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? That back then he wasn't looked at like that, but now you find Tupac shirt in Walmart. You know what I mean? That would never have happened if he was alive or 4 years after his death. So the machine sometimes could use somebody like him, which is a good individual. You know what I mean? From what I don't know, but what he stood for was, some equality shit. Every time he spoke speeches and all that, he spoke very well. But what I'm saying is, he could have been used to further the agenda and for the people, the dumb, deaf, and blind, to jump off the ledge and say, well, if he supported the DNC, like, these people are so desperate, Cass, that it's not even funny.
I know. They're so desperate. They're so desperate. Bro.
Look, they're so desperate. I mean, there's breakthroughs all over the place, but look, I'm gonna give you an example, Cass. You remember the football player that died in Afghanistan?
Yeah, Brian Tillman.
Right. Yeah. So he was being used as a martyr, kind of like to get other people involved, to get other people to go and enlist to the army.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because not to go too deep on it, but if you know how he died for friendly fire. He ain't died from enemy combat or something, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So these people, you got to be careful who you let your emotions get attached to. Not to say that, RIP to the brother again. But what I'm saying is be careful because look, the DNC told you without to any proven fact that his last tweet was what? In support of Kamala Harris, in support of Joe Biden. Nobody knows that, but that could be
I believe he was already dying, bro. He was dying, and right time to whatever that was,
But it's the same. It's like the
hold up. But look. Chad. Somebody in the chat room said Chad was royal bloodline. Where that's from?
I think he was from South Carolina. How he royal bloodline?
No, he's from Africa somewhere.
From what I read, he was born in South Carolina. But a lot of I don't know, Kev. But what I'm telling you is that we can't let our emotions get attached to people. Look, he played the Black Panther. This real Black Panther in jail. Right. It's a big difference. There's people who lay down their lives to make sure they pay the way for respect for the Black community, for the Aboriginal people. You know what I'm saying? But here, like I said, rest in peace to the homies and all that. But there's people right now, Matula Shakur, a bunch of political prisoners is in there, knowing that the system was corrupt now. Imagine back then. How we not giving a voice for them is crazy to me. Now, I wish he would have said that. I wish he would have said, look, I'm only playing a character, but there's real brothers from Oakland that did put it down for the so-called, movement and marching. These people wasn't marching, they was busting back at the police. Not that I'm actually saying to do so, but what I'm saying is they stood for something, and they locked up doing life for shit that it was seen righteous now. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start really thinking about who we praise. Do we praise a fictional character and be in love with the role that he played? Or are we in love with Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X? Or are we in love with Malcolm himself? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the Hollywood trickery. Now, if you type in Black Panthers, you won't get the original Black Panthers. You will get the Marvel Comics and Disney and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? This is how a generation get detached from reality. And that's what I take off. You still there, Kat?
I'm here. You got the floor?
Yeah. Yeah, and we gotta be careful who because love is a powerful tool. So we gotta be careful who we love. Not to say that the brother wasn't a good brother. What I'm telling you is there's still people that were fighting for the same thing that we're fighting for now. You know what I'm saying? And we can't let the Democrats, which are the original KKK, and another thing, Kev, me and you talked about on the side about the lynching bill. Man, I don't know if you want to touch that later on or not.
I got a whole line. I got a whole line of information for Cairo University. Not just, what's up? You just stay on topic. You all right?
Yeah, so like I want to say, remember the machine, the Hollywood machine is shut down. So what you're seeing right now on TV is Hollywood production. You're seeing that with the shootings, the knee on the neck. These are all to me, my personal opinion, allegedly. These are Hollywood productions to incite a sense of anger, a sense of desperation, a sense of going out in the street and destroying your own community. It's the same MO. It's the same MO that Hollywood used. You know what I'm saying? Even, you can go back to World War II, all that. That was a Hollywood production in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Like you always said, Kev, be careful who you give your energy to. You know what I'm saying? And not to say you shouldn't You shouldn't R.I.P. the brother and love who you want to love. But what I'm saying is love for the people who really bust their guns for you. The people who really who gave you a breakfast. The reason why you eat breakfast in school is because the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? But the Democrats will never let you know that. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you have stop signs in the street in Oakland is because of the Black Panthers and all
Sir,
these
what you got to understand
you know what I
is
mean?
the Black Panther organization itself was an insert of the Communist Party, and that a free lunch is nothing but it's nothing. It's to insinuate that the Black Panther Party gave lunches, and those are the people you should look up to. Is at this level of knowledge is just preposterous. They were, in fact, I mean, political tool of Marxism at its finest. Black real
Now,
estate, black people owned things before this Marxist agenda began.
now I understand that, Kev, 100,000%. But nobody was out there feeding the neighborhood the way they were. Nobody was out there protecting the neighborhood the way they were.
Sir,
you know what I'm saying?
sir, what
That's what I'm saying.
what I'm telling you is it was a political tool. You thinking like the Nation of Islam, everybody was protecting the neighborhood and like that. Niggas who was at work was and things of that nation. And things of that notion, niggas who had trades. And when you talk to these elders of the black people in the community, they would say, you know, we just lived our life. They seen them brothers on TV or and places like we see the rest of these brothers handing out bean pies or this one and that one, but to no avail. What was the goal? What was the goal? Marxism. So would you trade a lunch meal for an indoctrinated few generations of communism, communist manifesto?
I wouldn't trade that. But I look the Panthers. You can look at them, you know, from a communist perspective, which I understand 100%. But out of that communist perspective, we got a Jew, we got a prince that changed the world in a sense. You got Tupac out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
Tupac itself, sir, was a creation. Tupac itself, the name, him, was created by the communist Marxist movement. Black liberators here in America that took an oath with Russia, Masonic groups to portray Tupac as a messiah.
Right. At the time, Kev, what they were doing is looking for an alliance for somebody that had a problem with the people that was oppressing them. It wasn't with Russia; it was with the Chinese Communist movement.
It was with Russian insurgents.
Forgot the dude's name, but it was the books they were selling. That was Tommy. That's what generated the money for them to buy guns. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, if they was as communist,
so you know they were working at that level with trading guns with the Chinese, the Chinese communist movement, which is the same as the Russian communist movement. Go ahead.
So no, they wasn't trading guns. They wasn't trading guns. What they were doing was selling the ideology of the president. I forgot his name, whatever. They were selling those books
to the black people.
Not saying that they
to the black people.
To anybody. No, to anybody. They were selling it to white folks too. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to look at the Black Panthers. You got to look at them two ways, because Fred Hampton wasn't moving as a communist. He was actually going out and speaking to white folks. He was speaking to all kinds of folks. You know what I mean? Embracing. I mean, the Black Panthers had white Panthers. They had Chinese Panthers. They had Filipino Panthers.
Of course, they were agents of the Communist Manifesto.
What you said? They were what?
They were agents of the Communist Manifesto.
Well, some of them were. I can't say
the
all
group
of them.
in entirety.
I can't say all of them were, Chad. Like, was Matura Shakur
Sir,
a communist?
sir, you putting is he? You tell me.
The way I see it, I wouldn't know. I'm asking you because you're saying that they were communists.
Well, I mean, sir,
Right?
you're in defense of them, and there's no way you can stop this avalanche of this information. You can look up for yourself. I mean, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Been there.
I got you, but look at it like this. Look, the communist regime, whether you look at Russia, China, wherever, Cuba, they never had a leader to put that movement together.
Sir, they had plenty leaders put them together, sir. So so they have plenty leaders to put communist regimes together. I mean, you're looking at Stallion.
But he was a maniac. Name another one.
But it causes the maniac power grab. It goes back to the India. Right. It goes back to that. It causes that absolute power within a man because man's power corrupts. So of course he would be a maniac with that much damn power.
Now I'm not a commie. I'm not anything. But any man with any type of power, you can look at what Martin Luther King said. He's not asking China or Russia to treat us the same way you treat other people. He's asking his own country. So even
he was asking the Democrat. He was asking the Democratic.
Live to its fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? There's no government that lives to its fulfillment. The communists failed because of the simple fact it didn't live to the fulfillment. Now there isn't
no communist regime have lived up to its fulfillment.
Which one?
None.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Well, that's because that doesn't mean there hasn't been a leader that controlled communist nations, being that they didn't live up to your perspective. See, that's the deception. Communism is the deception. It's like the liberals. It's the same. It's the deception. It's like democracy. It's a deception.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm like socialism. Socialism is just
it's all the same
way of saying communism.
Well, if you know that, then you would know that Barack Obama is a socialist, but they're pushing communist values. So you should understand. You should be able to go back in time and see who's been pushing these agendas.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100% on that. But the only thing I'm saying, Kev, at a smaller scale of the Black Panther Party, you had, a lot of good things out of that. That's all I'm saying. Of course, there was bad things, but there was people really protecting their community. You know what I'm saying? There was people. If the Panthers
was the equivalent of what you see. How do we not know the Panthers is what the Black Lives Matter movement is? With a couple good agents or something like that. Go ahead.
What would eventually is something. If me and you would start a movement, yeah, right? Let's say Rome University, whatever, and we come together and we start forming like Voltron. Eventually.
What do you mean what if? What do you mean what if? That's what's going on right now. What you talking about? What if? Go ahead.
No, facts. But what I'm saying is, if you become a threat to disturb whatever is the functioning government here, then you're gonna have a problem. There's so many agencies that they have and branches they could come after you with taxes, this and that and third. And a lot the Panthers have fell right on top of, remember, the drugs.
They gave them the drugs. That's right. They did that. They was out there dealing those drugs.
Right. Now, can we say that all the members were?
Well, you can say the higher. What you can say is the hierarchy was. I mean, no. There are some kids who join a gang and end up going to school and going off and doing better things about their life. But the hierarchy still remains the same if that's what they're into. I mean, like we're dealing with
Now,
trafficking. There could be some gangs out here today, probably giving out goddamn turkeys and backpacks every and lunch meals and got great ideas, but after hours are trafficking children. And so it alleviates, it offsets any positive that comes out of it when you're destroying the same community underground that you're protesting to protect above ground.
now, what I would say to that is, you know, what I say to that is, look, you have somebody like say like Tupac, right? Now Tupac was one individual that came out of the teachings of that ideology, right? Now he
Of
wasn't
what? Ideology of what?
you know
Marxism and communism?
what you mean that he was under
You
that?
said ideology, so what is the ideology of a Marxist or the communist
Well,
regime? What is that?
well,
Let's start
he
there.
was a black.
What is the
All right, look.
ideology?
Now, what he was, Kev,
What
remember with all
is
due
the
respect, he was
ideology that you just spoke of?
what's the ideology? Well, the ideology, I would think it was to do for your people.
So no,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
was thug life.
What was that?
It was thug life.
I forgot the meaning of thug life,
Thug
but I
life.
know it's the
Do you
infant you
know?
left behind.
Do you know? Do you
I
know?
get
Do
that.
you hold on? Do you know what a thug is?
I don't know, like somebody that looks for trouble. You know what I'm saying? I know you broke it down with the connection with the Indian thing and all that. I remember that.
So if you remember that, what is it?
Well, a thug what Tupac would think.
Sir, don't tell me what Tupac would think, sir. You don't know. What is a thug?
To my knowledge, is a delinquent. Somebody who actually is you know out there looking for trouble. You know what I mean?
So you ain't been watching these episodes we've been doing on this show here.
No, I'm getting no, Cat. I'm watching. What I'm giving you is
Sir, I don't need that. I don't need that. What I need from you is the meaning of thug. What is a thug?
Now, thug was a mob of thugs that they used to kidnap, rape, kill. You know what I'm saying? That's what the reference as far as from the last previous show.
Where does it come from?
It came from what I understand, it's from India.
It's a Hindu belief, right?
It's a Hindu, yeah.
All right.
It's a Hindu belief.
Now, who sends thugs?
Who sends thugs?
That's right.
You said you asked me who sends the thugs?
Yes. Who sends them?
I wouldn't know. Like I don't know.
Look in the chat room. They
you
in there.
Tell me. I'm looking right now. Somebody should have joined the It's crazy. Kali.
So if Kali sends the thugs, and the thug does this, you think that's good? And their communist regime believes this. Says it in their music. You think this is good? Somehow, because they gave lunch tickets before they gave lunch tickets, that's good that thugism is the belief. Kali, Indian worship, deep consciousness.
Now, all right, let me go in real quick. Yeah, because what I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is that Tupac was raised in a time where everybody that looked like him was a thug, coming from a political standpoint. Remember, we're talking about.
Sir, who you talking about? Who you talking about? I'm an Afro-American. Who you talking about? Like he's any different from me?
But
you acting like you acting like he's like Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, look, back in the day, right? You had Hillary Clinton calling people thugs, calling people predators. You know, so what Pac did took just like how we got, you know, the N word and we'll say, you know, nigga.
So you embrace. So you telling me the Democratic Party creates a term, you embrace that and find something spiritual about it.
No, I'm not finding something spiritual.
No, I'm saying that's what he did. Go ahead.
What? Okay, look. What did thug stand for, Tupac? Can you break that down for a second?
Don't have to. I know what thug means in real life.
From what I understood, that he put that there because it was the people that the government left behind, the babies that then that done got stepped on, and still that rose from the concrete. That's his. That was
Sir,
his.
what did
it wasn't that he was running with a bunch of thugs.
Sir,
remember,
sir,
talking about
sir, he said, remember the interview? He said, you lost, sir. You lost. He said that thug shit, that's like high school shit. We graduated from that. You remember that? Then his music started changing into changes.
Right.
Music started changing. What he was trying to say was that shit is worthless. That little kid shit when I didn't know nothing. Adolescent. Milk to a cow. You to a baby cow from a milk to a child. Little shit.
No, I'm with you, Kev. Remember, we're talking about somebody that put that on their stomach when they was like 18 years old. We're not talking about somebody that's 30 is already matured enough. We're talking about somebody that was in his teens that put that on the stomach. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of rebellion.
Sir.
I don't think, this is my personal opinion, I don't think that thug life, their theory, came from the region that me and you were thinking about, honestly, because thug was thrown at him and thrown at that generation from a political standpoint to address the masses that looked like Tupac, that were Aboriginal people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of calling them the N word, they was using the thug to make sure that it blankets all that generation. You know what I'm saying? So all that generation.
Do you know how?
Oh, y'all hoodlums or y'all thugs.
Sir, do you know how stupid that sounds?
That sounds crazy.
It sounds. It don't sound crazy. It sounds stupid. Press 1. Go ahead.
But how many times did people like I forgot political people that were running for presidency, you know, I forgot the dude that fell when and he said something about Pac. And that's when he started getting the heat. But you had presidential candidates they were saying about these thugs, but at the end of the day, they was putting a blanket all through the youth, all through the people at that time, calling them thugs. That's why it was easy for cops to do what they did and police brutality because they already had a generation blanket with the thug thing. You know what I'm saying? Now what Pac did was saying was, look, these are the babies that you chose to turn your back on. And
who chose to turn the back on, sir? Sir, listen.
Spoken, Jeff. Because I don't know, I personally don't know if you play Tupac and you love Tupac like you say, you know what I mean, like I do, you know what I'm saying? Into hearing his poems and all, I wouldn't think that thug life comes from that demographic, that geographical standpoint of India.
So what do you mean? So what do you mean what do you mean by if I love him? Like if I play his music. What do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is, like, if you, because you're saying that Tupac, that thug tattoo he got came from, you know, Cali.
I just asked you where this thug came from. So
okay, I will give you my explanation where I think, my personal opinion, where he got it from, because he was hearing it so much from people that don't look like him, addressing a generation, that he said, all right, so it says, y'all want to call me thug? Well, you going to get the thuggiest motherfucker out here.
What I'm saying is, what did you mean by the statement you made about, did y'all hear what I said about the statement he made about how could I listen to his music and say I love him? You hear that? As much as I say, I'm not you, I'm talking to the class, hold on. As much as I say that I do, thus challenging me, my love for my brother, for asking basic questions to you that you can't answer. So you, because you can't answer a question, you challenge the love I got for it in my indigenous brother, Machiavelli the Don.
Okay, can I answer that?
I mean, there's no answer to it. That's what you did. I didn't ask you a question. Well, I'm just saying that's what you did.
The reason why I said that is because you're basically connecting something that he was passionate about, connecting it to not only to let's say the communist regime, you connecting it to because you asked me, did I ever hear his music? I said, yeah, of course I heard it. You know what I'm saying? But you're connecting it to a communist, right? And you also connected it to Cali, to the God Cali from Henry.
Didn't he say God? Didn't he say God coming? She just taking her time. Huh?
Yeah, God's coming and he's just taking his time.
She just taking. She just taking her time.
I didn't hear that.
No. That's what he said. That's my brother. So we see, there's a difference. I'm stationed here. I'm an American for real. So to even go there with me, I mean, I got you checkmated right there. So what I'm telling you is, he grew from that thug life, collie shit, and turned into what you see here. Somebody who gonna let you know, like this one.
Well, like I said, you talking about somebody that was 18 years old. You know, how many you find a lot.
Listen, that's not the questions though. I'm not here to argue these small things that even I agree with. That's not even what I'm talking about here. You saying this, you're not gaining nothing there. I'm saying you've said some things here. And then when you had nothing to say, you challenged me how much love I have for my brother. That's all I'm saying. It's like, wow.
What I'm telling you is, right, if you're connecting, right, that Tupac was normally put Thug Life and connecting him with Cali, that's automatically saying that Tupac was the opposite of what we look at him as. You know what I'm saying?
What you looked at, what you look at him as, and how you look at him. Don't say we. Say you. That's who you look. You're projecting. That's how you look. Measure it at your own, with your own rod from your. That's how you look at it.
I measure it as my own, on my own. So the way I look at Pac like the same way I look at Malcolm, the same way I look at certain leaders that motivated me to do better.
So what's his name? So why you not looking at the Machiavelli side of Pac? Why you not looking at what he grew? Why you looking at the thug life and so interested as the Messiah and the figure that he didn't represent, that he didn't want? Go ahead. Why would you?
Machiavelli was a time for him, right? I didn't get shot 9 times. I didn't get backstabbed by all my friends.
Listen, but what does that have to do? What does that have to do?
that had to do a lot because that's what got him to Machiavelli. That's what got him to Machiavelli. Him getting shot 9 times, him the government coming after him. You know what I'm saying? All of these things together. And now knowing that Jimmy Henchman was a federal informant, Haitian Jack was this, it was coming from everywhere. So what he had to do, or what he did was read, and then
what does that have to do with the ideology they pushing? What does that have to do with that? What I'm saying, you veering off into different storylines and memorizing different scenarios to different storylines that has nothing to do with nothing.
Kev, you asked me why I'm not Machiavelli, why I'm embracing the point from the thug life point. Well, the reason why I'm embracing thug life and I'm embracing that point is because of the simple fact from what his perspective was that he was stepped on, that he was a rose that rose to the concrete. And that's what the same way I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at myself that somebody that's being stepped on, that's being neglected by society, that's being, pushed down, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at myself like I'm a diamond in the rough, you know what I'm saying? Just the same way he was looking at himself. That's why I'm embracing that. I haven't got to the point where, I got.
No, but what I'm saying is.
Talk to me.
There's no reason for me to ask.
No, I asked.
Ain't even no real reason. I don't ask the question 10 times.
Because at the end of the day, Kev, you can.
Sir, it's communism, Marxism. Okay. You and the storylines. I'm not here to get emotionally attached to storylines. So you said ideology, and what is the ideology? Thug life. Right. So what is thug life? Well, we break it down, and you go off into other things. Yeah. And if you love Pac the way that you say, you wouldn't even and you wouldn't even bring up Kali or communism that he was pushing in the United States. That's how you pushing it. That's what you saying.
Repeat that again. That I'm saying that Tupac wasn't connected with the Cali thing. Cali.
Never mind.
Because look, Kev, you are Aboriginal, right? You an American Indian, right? Right? This is your ideology, right? Your ideology is that you're a Native American. You're from this land, right? Now, the Indians, how their movement was this, they had a chief, they had a head, head honcho, you know what I mean? And they had the soldiers, you know what I'm saying? That is the communist ideology also. Where you have
India? In India?
Under that.
You said in India?
No. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm telling. No. Nothing. That's all I was saying the whole time.
Under certain people, we never had true leaders that push forward any type of government the right way. You know what I'm saying? I understand that power corrupts, but Cuba, the Communism Party was a beautiful thing when it started, but it ended terribly. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is the Aboriginal people of America never had the chance to build their own nothing. You know what I'm saying? They never had the opportunity to lead a nation, or to lead this nation. You know what I'm saying? The right way. You know what I mean? Now, ain't no government in the face of this earth has ever lived to his standards, ever. The China, the Russian, none. So what
are you a communist?
We can't say.
Are you a communist?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a communist.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not a communist at all. What I'm telling you is, I can't say that what the brothers in Oakland started was a bad thing, whether you call it communist or not. You ask those people that live in those areas and ask them how would they feel about the Panthers. Now I'm
I'm
not
not
talking
asking
about
about what they
after they
feel
got
about it. I'm
flooded,
talking about
after they
a factual thing. I mean, if you go out there and ask people, people get the, you know, there are things you say good about things just because it's black and that's what we do. I'm not gonna go out there and take no poll when I know this for myself.
right.
I mean, you talking as if
Oh,
I'm not from America or something. Like I'm not a
no,
dude grew up in
I'm not
South
saying
Central
you
that
from
don't know about
America,
the Black
bro.
Panthers or don't got love for the brothers who joined it. That's not what I'm talking about.
Now, what I'm saying, and I want to add this, is that rest in peace,
It's
to
already
Tupac's
noted that
mother.
they all went. A lot of those brothers went and got trained to be Marxists, just like Black Lives Matter.
They got trained to be Marxists. I mean,
Marxists.
I can't say that the Black Panther Party at its earliest start was somehow
It
in
is a
alignment with
listen,
Black Lives
listen,
Matter.
listen, listen, listen. The whole thing is a sham. Okay.
The whole thing is a sham. So basically, you know, black people, Aboriginal people in community, picking up, well, actually, following the Second Amendment and following, because this is what Tupac said. We don't study Italians or Russians and all that. We study governments.
Where you
So we
from?
study
Where you from?
governments.
Where you from? You from Puerto Rico, right?
Right,
All right.
right.
I
Okay.
mean, you're trying to convince me of something that you feel of the same fairy tale story that I know to be fairy tale, to be part of the manuscript per se.
But what
You
at
know
what
this.
point do
You
you
know this,
call it?
but huh?
Can I ask you a question, Kev? Can I ask you a question? At what point do you call what Fred Hampton was doing in Illinois, or what these people were doing here? What would you call? How would you call that? How would say this? Fairy tale. You know what I mean?
A lot of it is.
And
A
at
lot of
what
a lot
point
of
do
our
you feel?
brothers. A lot of our
No,
brothers were so
but
caught up into drug dealing around. A lot of these people were set up to move the packaging around, just like it is today. It's the same contracts that's being given out for children and drug trafficking and many other things. I mean, some dudes break
Kev,
away and steal and get caught up, but other than that, it's all underworld.
Kev, if me and you would start a movement, right, and we got 20 people on that movement, and two of those people get caught doing something that we don't approve of, that we usually would beat them up, or even take them out of the neighborhood for, because that's all it's doing is throwing the neighborhood. Would that be a reflection of the whole group, or the reflection of two individual people that chose to, like you have somebody, like, allegedly you have somebody like. Oh,
Look, for my audience who just couldn't hear, what I'm saying is Puerto Rican cuz come on the show all the time and talk about the Nation of Islam and how they COINTELPRO and the whole thing. And, you know, I let them rock. I let these people rock, and they blame the Nation of Islam and press one. Press one. And now the same eye is being played on the well, go even back further. You go back to the Black Panthers, and now you can't get it in your head that this was the same program.
Now, if it was the same program, how come the Black Panthers, right, was dismantled? COINTELPRO was put together to take them down, but the Nation of Islam is still out here. How come? How
Sir,
come
they
the
didn't.
Panthers was?
They, bro, you going too far. I'm gonna have to let the next caller get in. Thank you, my man. Oh my God, Puerto Rican cut is. He don't went to third grade again. Press one, coffee and cushion.
How you doing, my favorite professor on YouTube? You know, the devil tried to hide you from me. I finally found your new page. You don't know I was searching and with persevering. But the Lord know when to send, you know, what you call that, your help. And you are right. Now, I like Puerto Rican cuz, but he's wrong. And he needs to admit it, okay? What two and when he realized what was going on,
Thank you.
and he repented because many of our children, families was destroyed by that. My nephew was gunned down by another black man, okay, that was his age on his daughter's birthday, okay? That was almost 20 years ago, okay? And then another black young man lost his life. Okay, and the Black Panthers, because I'm very passionate about it, because I see your love. Now, Tupac had his time, but God has raised you up, and that anointing is on you. Now, I like Puerto Rican culture, but I feel a lot of BS now. I'm old school, I call it, like the
Well, I
CIA.
sense a lot of he's stuck in idol
Yes, he
worship.
is,
That's what
because,
he's stuck there, and you got to come out
right,
of that because
right,
I was there when I was young
right. I
and
know
young.
what you
I was there. Go ahead, Queen.
I know what you're saying, baby, but you're trying to give him the jewels, and he keeps referring back to that industry that you exposed, that powerful tape that you show about the Negro and the deception of communism,
That's
that
right.
they're trying to bring us back under British monarchy and
Come on.
everything. It's a direct attack on us. We don't have time to play. It's for life on the line.
That's
Now,
right.
either they with us or they're not.
That's
Okay,
right.
and they got to make a decision. You've given so much of your love,
That's
and
right.
people are getting delivered, and you're waking people up, and we can't play because he can go on either side. You understand? There's a direct attack on our people.
Yeah.
If he with us, then he has to speak it out. Okay,
Yeah. You know. I'm gonna tell him
right,
like this, like challenging my love for Machiavelli and stuff like
right,
that ain't necessary because I'm a real human being.
right.
I'm from this
That's right.
for
You're the
real.
only one, brother. Nipsey Hustle. You're waking up young men and young women. I got people watching you that they are blown away. People from other countries that say they tell their family. So this is bigger than Tupac had his time, but
That's
God
right.
will raise up another warrior. And I told you, you have that David spirit. We cannot compromise the word.
That's
We have to
right.
pull down every stronghold, baby, because
Come on.
this is our children on the line. If he leaves, he can go back to Puerto Rico.
That's
Okay,
right.
this is our land, and I
That's
don't know
right.
why they have a problem with us identify. We are not black. That is a color.
That's
Okay,
right.
know who we are, okay? We are the indigenous people to this west, the true American,
That's
okay?
right.
And if you go back, now I need Puerto Rican cousins to hear me and go back and do research with the civil rights movement, okay? As much as I love my Latinos, they stood back. Now, you can say you don't like the whites. More whites was in that movement, and they'll tell you that they got scared, okay? And they said because when they saw that how many, about 250,000 of our people with white people, they stood back, the Latinos, and I love them because I got some in my family, but I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. And once they saw the power of our people, mostly us, it builds them up to then take that same lesson back to Puerto Rico and fight for their freedom. So let's start there.
That's right.
There's nothing more powerful than when the black man steps into his glory, and that anointing that's on you, you can't play with it because it's discernment. And you go on, if they love you, when you love somebody, you have to tell them the truth.
You gotta tell
Love
them the
sets
truth.
them free.
You
And
know,
you're
and
doing too
I
much with
can't worry about
family
people.
and all that.
Well,
Now, it,
you play Tupac music
that's right.
because I was there. Man, I know what
That's
we been through, and I know where he was coming from. But at the
right.
same time, I knew who was using our struggle to conjure up some demonic shit in us to go out here
That's
and play the thug
right.
role, and for us to end up in a penitentiary. That's what. That's
And
why
thank you,
our
because how
brothers
many of
came
us
to
don't have
the
relatives there?
industry and got
And
into
if you want to put some real salt on it, what about when Biggie said he didn't know who to trust? Even his own mama would set him up. They got that tape. It's on YouTube. I forgot where it was. He said he don't know who was coming to kill him. Do you know how powerful that is for a man to say anybody could get me, even my mother. Little Kim quoted that too. You could see him live, and you could see
because you don't know when you in it that your parents or your management or the people you riding with. Remember, this is thug shit. And now that we know the power of thug and where it comes from, the mother goddess of Kali and all this other stuff that we know not. I don't know this stuff. So I know not. As simple as that. But now I do. And we got a problem. Now I can see why it's like this. If I can trace and tell the people who've been thugs where it comes from and why they put the diamonds in their teeth and they grit like that and they want to rob and they want to conjure up that spirit. That's where I'm going. PR cuz can't get past the fact that he's still stuck on Tupac and what he was doing in thug life, and it wasn't Marxism and it wasn't this and it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And yes, it was demonic. If you turn specific CDs a certain way, you can see the Baphomet inside of the way he was wearing his bandana. This was orchestrated on us from the beginning. Not that these brothers have a choice, or maybe they didn't even know what the hell they was doing. We want to be rappers. We tell our family we want to be successful. We end up selling our souls without knowing. And you got all these things, but in reality, you owe money. You don't have anything. You don't have this. You broken inside. You want to run because everything is fake. Even the love that people say they got for you. Like Nipsey was bright enough to say, shit, if you love me, buy my product. If you really my supporter, then support me in my place of business. Cause that rap shit and that industry stuff, that's not mine. And they can't tell us that. I'ma tell that's not theirs.
And that's right. And you're so right. But what you're doing is you're saving a generation and you're educating the older ones where we went wrong. You're merging the younger generation with the older generation. They say, whoa, we all been bamboozled. You understand? No one that ever really came to save us as a people but us. So when I see them leaders, yes, we had corrupt leaders, but God will use people like you and all other men if they step into their true royalty. And that's why most people fear the black men, because as much as they say everybody matters, why is it the black vote that means the most? We determine which way everything goes. Okay, the way you did the Republican and broke down the democracy, they gave us nothing. Now, what do we have to bring to the table? That's what everybody here in your audience better listen to, because everybody is coming against us if they're not for us. Okay, and they know once they step into that place where you at, that anointing is on you, and that's what they don't get. He's listening. I know he learned a lot, and I have a lot of love for him. But he's got to listen to you when you're trying to educate him and tell him. Nobody can tell us our pain because we lived through it. You understand? Others came after we took most of the bulk of the whooping. We'll welcome everybody in our community, but if you go to other countries, they're not welcoming you. People talk about Africa. Why don't they stay there? Why do they come back? Why did Mos Def have to write a letter when he couldn't get back to Africa, okay? And he had to petition the United States president and all that to get back here. I thought you hated America. It's a deception, and you're waking us up that your greatness is in you, and you can build your own, wealth in your own company. We have to help each other, support each other, and that's what you're teaching these young kids. They showed you education don't mean nothing. They shut down every school. What about all them loans that we done took in debt? Look at our community. They're trying to move us out because it's going to hit us. Okay, they already know what we got. We have always been a people, no matter what they take from us, when we stand together, there's a love and a passion that rises beyond anything, and that's from God. And that's what people see in us, but you're bringing that back because a lot of them was asleep, and they're waking up. I heard grown men call you in and tell you how you're directing them back to God. That's special. That is special. You got fake people all over here. You got China battling the word of God. Bring up that God that you got. They worship dead gods, and our God said He is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And I think
so. That's Satan himself, right there. Y'all worship the dead, and y'all worship death, and y'all worship
That's right.
the God of destruction. I worship the God of healing, love,
That's
empowerment, and life, eternal life. And that's the difference between you, me, and you niggas.
that's right. That's That's why they scared to battle you. That's why they scared to debate. You had Chaka almost, and God knows he got more sugar in him than anybody, okay? Because he's talking about you want $1,000. Knowledge is free. You want $1,000 to debate the Bible for what? If you stand on Kemet, why? All them people, I'm praying for them because they're leading so many of
That's
our
right.
brothers and sisters and family to a dead end that's going to lead to destruction. But God is using you. Everybody can't go. Everybody could go, but everybody can't go unless they wake up to this truth and watch what God does to you. And don't give up. You know, we can't play with the word. I mean, either you're gonna get it or you're not. And that brother's educated. I know he is. But we're tired of everybody smoothing over lies with us because we're in the battle for our life. They got our people in mass. They didn't even, God defied everything there, and they got mass side of enslavement. Every time I look at them, my daddy is 90 years old. He will not put on a mask. So if anybody was supposed to get corona, is just a common cold. And it's sad, you know.
It's sad because the CDC just come out, sister, and say this whole coronavirus has been less than 10,000 deaths this whole time. And that leads to fraud and media manipulation. And Dr. Fauci, who is actually a rabbi, and I uncovered it here on the show.
That's
Go
right.
ahead,
You
Queen.
sure did.
Embarrassing.
You sure did. You was numb. You when God used you to like I heard when you was talking about sometime when you talk to yourself and then you answer yourself and I said, Lord, that's the anointing. See, that's a brilliant mind, baby. You ain't babbling crazy. Sometimes people get you because you on a level, a spiritual level. They're gonna have to level up and get up, and that's through that word and get back in that word and on and prayer. That's what and what's on you. Ain't no man gave it to you, and no man can take it. So they're either gonna get some of that blessing from you, or they're gonna be caught up in a curse. Because brother Puerto Rican and them cousin, all of them know that once they try to take us, they taking everybody out.
But
It's
not
about
only,
class.
yeah, but even before we get there, understanding that the Communist Manifesto was what we lived
Right?
out here in America, and we,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you can't tell me about this right here and what they did to us because I woke up and I can identify now because y'all attach the storylines and Disney stories about this stuff. That's according to your own thing. You know, I ain't been wrong. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know, I ain't
Mm-hmm.
been wrong in a long time. You know, and so
Heaven. You know why? Because you put your trust in God, the
yeah.
Most High. That's who.
So
See, He said He'll never leave you or never lead you astray or leave you. He's always there. And when you put your trust in God, you win. You win even it's by default, whether you just come out a winner. You understand? And that's why everybody has ears, but it's not going to hit everybody ear. You understand? Some people, like you said, they stuck in there, but you're pulling out people, and I just want you to be encouraged. That knowledge that you exposing from Wayfair. When you called, when I found you yesterday, I tried to call you. It blew my mind. You understand? Nobody's doing it like you. Nobody. And you're doing it out of love. And that's why when God bless you, the difference between man blessing is he can change up on you. But when God bless you, he doesn't change. You understand? So that's who you want because most of them are made by man. So depending on who they want now, and you're no more useful, they're going to throw them away. But see, all you want to do is grow, and just be blessed. And the people that's coming behind you. I love Tupac and them, but baby, even Tupac ain't did it like you. And I'm going to tell you, I know what I'm saying. So the extension goes on. You understand? The way you expose Nipsey Hussle, a lot of these people that I told, their mind is blown because they didn't see it like that. Nobody dissected. You blew up even the police department. How you went all the way from up top, from how the Illuminati and all that stuff. Illuminati, people that look like me and you, and other ones. And you're right, they sold out. Martin Luther King started off right, but started off wrong. But in the end, he even repented for what he did. he sold us out.
Right.
So we got, God is raising up men of valor like you. And you keep on fighting the good fight of faith and just watch. I'm telling you, blessings it's just dropping. It's going to rain all around you, baby. Just keep holding on to that truth. And people are getting delivered and blessed. So you and the Cap Row family, I wish y'all well and blessings. And I keep y'all in my heart and prayers. Everyone under the sound of my voice. I'm going to let someone else call in. Take care, brother.
Well, thank you so much. It's always a blessing when you call in. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. And it's about time for my morning breakfast. We'll come back, get some information popping on the show. And, we be putting this shit down. No notes, no freestyle, as they say. Just a acapella, or what they say, improv. We'll go, baby. We'll go. When the sisters call in like that, that's that hidden manna right there. That's that hidden manna right there. We be on point. Some of this stuff I don't even be paying no attention to. I don't go back and rewatch my shows because it's like, damn. So I just go. We're gonna continue to do that. Let me see. Damn. Damn, and she understands it. That's the thing about it is, I ask a question and I see how emotionally attached people is, and how fast PR was. I say this in front of the class, and how fast, quick, PR was quick to question me about that. And then when I asked him about it, he deflected to everything else and led to so many. And then when I got him in position again to ask the right question, he diverted again back down a whole nother road and act like, and then say, tell me again. And then when I told him again, he reverted back down to the road of not understanding and went back into, and then he questioned my love for Pop, but he didn't question it. It was more of a suggestion. It was more of a, press one, it was more of a, well, how could you say it was more of a different intent behind the remark? And that's all that I was trying to, what did you mean by that? And you see, the conversation left without that question being even answered. You know why? Because people allow themselves to get emotionally charged and be used by a serpent. And the serpents can't contend with me spiritually or in the physical. They can't contend with me. So they have to enter y'all and family members in situational things where I got to be disciplined enough to not get constricted, and that's why I got to take my time, because it can happen to any of us who not disciplined, who too attached to the illusion of what we were sold here. You know what I'm saying? Me and PR cuz is not of the same bloodline. He don't know how deep this go with me. He's speaking this from a person who liked Tupac Shakur from somewhere else or from another place and said, that's right, and heard his story and go with that. And that has to be the truth. A person know that story and did more story than I have ever heard the nigga talk about God himself or nothing biblical that's been going on. Even when came on yesterday and I was telling y'all what the PR dude say, I got something right now that's going to break the internet. Well, ain't nothing more important than these cargo ships. I mean, I don't know nothing else on the internet that's more important than what the fuck I'm doing. But this is what happened when we do this, and we can't allow ourselves to be used this way by, I call the snake of emotions, the snake of emo, You know, y'all gotta watch who y'all idol worship. The same thing he went through. Remember that sister when I did the Beyonce breakdown and Kylie, the sister from the other YouTube show. What did she do? She called me and she was furious, talking about, hi, yes, I'm 15, right here, right here, right here, right here, Mr. Gills. But it's gonna be some things that I disagree with you about. How you gonna say Beyonce and not talk about the male aspect? She don't grew all type of muscles. You feel me? And this is the same projection. Not saying that the sister is a bad person in real life, but she allowed the snake of emotion, the emotional snake, to poison her thought process into coming over here thinking she can ask me any damn thing about what I'm doing over here on my show. Let alone if she was my wife, I'd have made her go to me and made me eat. Yeah, bro, press one. Girl, get in there. You don't know nothing but that ingredient to them biscuits. That's what I tell all Kali worshippers of the women. You don't know nothing but them ingredients. Coffee and Kush TV, you on air?
Big Two checking in with you.
Big Two,
That
what's
was
up?
a beautiful. I like how you stood on everything. Can't nobody tell us about us but us. You know, when you find out the definition of what something means, it is what it is. Can't nothing change that unless you create a new word or make a new definition. You know, a thug is a thug. Whether you want to call him a thuggy this or thug like that, it is what it is, Kev.
Yeah.
You know, no emotional attachment to anything. And I was in a grocery store with my earpiece on, shopping. And I wanted to call and go off so bad on peak off, but I said, no, it ain't my place. It
So
ain't
you
my
say you
place.
in the supermarket listening to PR like this. What the fuck is that nigga doing? Fucking up your shopping list.
Yes. And I'm like, PR, answer the question. Remove all emotional attachments to these false idols. You get what I'm saying? They was
Yes.
put up in place to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? Whether
Yes,
they
sir.
was right in the end, but they was wrong in the beginning.
That's
You know, it's
right.
like they're gonna intermingle and mix the good with the bad, you know, and at the end of everything is all gonna be ugly, you know? So we just gotta keep steadfast, you know, because the foundation is God, the most high, you
Right.
know, and a lot of people don't understand that on a regular everyday basis. They gonna get on the argument and they got far worse things going on in the world with child trafficking, and they worry about what kind of bread we gonna eat without bologna and ham sandwich. You know, so we just got to keep steadfast, and the people have to keep doing what they're doing and keep chiming in. And I like how the sister called in on the show, and it was a beautiful thing. And we don't have to see no more.
And she
You
was
know.
on his head. Auntie was on his head. Nigga. And she a good auntie. She
Mm-hmm.
one of them women who sit in front of church, the front 3 rows at least. Bro, she ain't
Hmm.
playing. You are. She
Yeah.
said, "I love you, PR, but you off on this one, boy. You so far go." That's why I figured. I said, You know what? I'm not gonna battle and argue, PR. I'm gonna let him talk so the people can hear him and see how much the audience hear. And y'all are the people in the chat room. Let me know that they was
It was
really students of the
that
game.
chat was
Go ahead.
flowing so fast. That chat was flowing so fast. I was like, "Oh my God! Do you see how it's moving right now with this dude on the phone?" You know what I'm saying? But we recognize what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was something else in him that what you know what I'm saying? They come
Yeah.
in there and then that serpent got in for a little bit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Just
it
like you said,
depends.
they come
I had to
in,
ask him, is he a
but
communist? He may be a communist on the low low.
you never know. You question you worry about who. You know, we was talking about Q, and Q is the algorithm and stuff like that. What algorithm is he on right now? What frequency is he on? Is he on a lower vibration right now?
Yeah.
You know, the brother may be educated. They have a lot of educated evil people out in this world, each and every day doing something bad. But I know who I am, and you know who you are. Can't nobody tell their story better than the person himself. And once you're in the grave, you can interpret what you want. you can't tell my story like I could tell my story.
You
And
can't
that's the
tell me,
internet.
you can't tell me that the communists is this and that one, and they gave the school the lunch meals, and bro, that's
Yeah.
me. Bro, that's cool. All right, that's a
You
good
know, I was
thing, but
talking about the baloney. The baloney rolled up just last night. And they're sitting there trying to get us to our children the same shit they give to us in jail. So how
yeah,
in the hell
man,
are you gonna tell
we
me
have
about
to
my
be able to
treatment?
disseminate both sides of the coin here on the show. You know, we don't get caught up in the feelings of things. This is just grown folk university care, bro, and this is
Yeah,
what we do. We question what life we lived here and voice it to the world, man. People want to hear our stories too, especially mine. So that's what I'm
yeah.
doing.
This is the
You know,
truth, man. This is the fraud department. We put it don't matter. It was him today, it might be me tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? But as long as we keep the most high first, you get what I'm saying? We could come right back, repent on our actions. You know what I'm saying? But you can't change what we know about ourselves.
that's
And that's
right,
just the
baby.
bottom line.
That's right.
Yeah. And I just wanted to tap in with you and talk to you about that real quick, man. But
Yes,
it's a
sir.
beautiful day to be here in class again today. You know,
Yes, it
session
is.
is
It's a
good.
beautiful day outside here in
Yeah.
Cali. The sun is out. I'm on my knowledge game right now, and we ringing bells. You know, a lot of people, 330 people in the chat room, people listening, and I respect these folks. Shout out to y'all,
Oh
man.
yeah. Yeah. This 2020 and
Mm.
2020 got its bullshit with it, but they got their blessings too.
Oh
So
my
it's just
goodness.
about how you want to come up out of it.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
like that.
Puerto Rican cuz is a
Mm.
communist.
Hey, bro.
I'll
He
talk to
came
you
up
later
today,
too.
bro. That was some weird shit, man. I was
He was
like,
defending the
ooh,
Communist Party, nigga. I ain't never heard a nigga defend the Communist Party like that. I
never
say,
in my life.
damn.
What the hell's going on?
But he said
And when
they
you
gave us Oscar
actually been
Mayer
paying
hot
attention in
dogs and
class, you know, when you
mm.
actually paying attention in class and you still gonna veer
How
way off
that's what
like
I'm
that?
trying to figure out. How the hell is he alumni and that
Mm-mm.
far off? Damn, that let you know. That let you know you can excel in one course
Ooh,
and just fuck up in a whole
in the
nother
neck.
class. Just
Yes, sir.
damn.
Believe me. You'd have failed in my history big time, buddy.
You
You
don't
thought
feel
you knew, but
American
you ain't know
history. He
nothing.
didn't know nothing but Kali. He didn't want to bring Kali up. This is like he used to sit there with his hand. No, bro. He tried to say thug. Let's do Tupac's. Let's do Tupac's impersonation. No, nigga. We going to Asia with this nigga. We going to East Asia with this word thuggy, nigga. You know what?
Yeah, because you can't find that over here. You can't find that over here like that. That come from over there,
Over there,
not
we ain't
right
no
here.
thugs. Before East Asia
No,
came, we wasn't talking about being no damn thuggy for Kali.
we want to be businessmen
We want to
and
be
own our own
and
land.
that's right. And we have a constitution here, and we're a republic. We're about that bread and that be all you can be mentality around this
Yeah,
mug. How you doing, miss, and them spandex? But
home of the
anyway, that's just how we
brave.
get down. What's wrong with the
Yes,
world? Why I got all these bombs and
man.
shit? What's this
They
about,
tripping
man?
over there, man. I don't know. They need to stay over there to the left, way over there. Don't come over here with that bull. I'm gonna stay right here playing on solid ground.
This
See that
nigga
over there,
Puerto
never
Rican got to
quicksand.
fail in American history. Damn.
Mm.
On how you feel, Cairo University, PR? That nigga
Oh man, you
failed.
gonna have to ask him that again. I don't
He
know
got a
why he
call
gonna bring
back.
it up
That
again.
nigga failed. He got an F today.
Yeah, she got a G.
Nigga got a G today. That nigga, I can see every minute, everybody in the chat room was like, this nigga missing points right now. This nigga said, how much is bullshit gonna come out of this nigga mouth? I ain't never seen the chat react that way to PR. First it was like, hey, PR. And then, you know, what the fuck is you talking about, bro? You on drugs? You
Something
got your
wrong. I
joke
don't
over there?
know.
What's wrong?
That
Hanging
was
out
like
with
a
you?
troll calling in. There was a real troll underneath the bridge calling today. I ain't lying. Is that the same person? I don't know. I don't know if
It
that's the
might
same person.
be. It
It
might
don't
be.
sound like
Well, this is PR
it.
Cuz coming back to the front. Let's see his goofy ass say. 916, I see you in a minute, big two. Shout out to you. 347. Come on to the front. 347. Oh, we can cut. That's why, look, that's why nobody's graduating until I say he's a graduate. Alil trying to buy his certificate. He ain't getting no damn certificate. That nigga ain't graduating nothing until he call in and say something. That nigga call in, that nigga get no, I don't give a fuck what he spend in that damn chat room. You ain't getting no certificate. You ain't getting one. Oh, Vincush TV, you on the air? What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, what's up, man? You come to redeem your situation? What's going on, man? You heard they were talking
Man,
about your little call.
first and foremost, I ain't no communist. That's one. Now, two. Now, respect. I respect everybody's point of view. I think,
Nigga said I ain't no
yo,
communist.
no, yo. I respect everybody's point of view, man. I really do. You know what I'm saying? You know, me personally, I'm gonna speak for my Latin heritage, where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Well, my grandfathers and my uncles, when they went out to our war, they got treated the same way that black people get treated here. Look,
Sir, that ain't got
there's
shit to do with nothing, sir. We ain't talking about that. I'm not going.
What I'm saying.
I'm not doing that one right. Well, all right, go ahead. What you saying?
No, yeah, but because you got at least let me say my people. What I'm saying is Latin people, and especially look, Afro Latino. Look, I'm gonna say it again. Afro Latino people go through almost the same thing that whatever Aboriginal people from this land go through. Now,
no, they did not, bro.
Kev, look, if you put me,
no, they did not, bro.
Kev,
even when they talk to each other, they still look at black people in America like whatever, so they can be Afro whatever.
Afro whatever. I mean, what I'm telling you is what my experience. I'm not telling you about every other person experience. I'm telling you is the only way you could say that I'm Latino is once you know my real name. Everybody once they look at me.
That's not what we talking about. You said that the Afro Latino went through the same stuff the Afro American went through. The same thing.
No. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about right now.
Sir, I'm not finna do this one right now. I'm not finna do that. I gotta go get me some smoke. You can call back and defend this one. This ain't you can't you already started off backwards.
How I started off backwards by telling you is that people look at me and they don't even ask my name and they already perceive me a certain way, or they
gotta do with this cap and gown, nigga.
Huh?
What that got to do with this? What they got to do with this situation where people is calling about, bro? What is that? What this emotional story got to do with it?
Kev, my question to you is, right? If you know that Tupac, whatever, is tied with the whole movement with Kali, then we should cancel. In your perspective, you will cancel Tupac, right? Because
too far. Go have some coffee. Go have Coffee and Kush TV 910. PR Cuz is off his mark today. 910, you in there?
Hey, Professor, it's Victoria, North Carolina. How are you?
It's a terrible day here at the Road. PR Cuz has lost all his senses concerning Tupac Shakur.
God, I mean, my heart is heavy because he flunked twice.
He flunked twice, huh?
He flunked twice.
Damn, it's hard to see the best student go down like that. Damn.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I called in, or because what we seeing right now, a good student going down. I mean, this is just a rehearsal to our family members. How if we can't believe what's going on in the music industry, how are we going to get our mom and them to believe that stuff about Obama
We can't
and
even get
all
PR
the
good to
other
believe the
famous
stuff
people?
about Tupac.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I say my heart is heavy. I said, oh my God, if this is just a rehearsal, we are in trouble trying to reach people. I pray all the time about this, but this is not a good look if we can't get the over the Nip stuff or the Tupac stuff. How in the world we gonna tell grandma and them about Oprah and them? That
All grandma
this is
gotta
this
say is, nigga, you love Tupac so bad. I heard you on Cab Row yesterday, and you was over there. You a Democrat head too. What you talking to me? That was your
you
grandma gonna say.
know what I'm saying? But it do lay down the ground of, my God, we have to accept. Let me tell you, you have to make it up in your mind that you got to believe facts and leave the feelings out. I don't care who the person is that you liked or listened to their music, seen them on TV, or even met them before. If they're down with evil, they're not down with me.
You're not down with
You
me.
you got to cut them off. And I understand. I do have compassion. I understand. It's not going to be easy to hear some of the things that may come out. I understand that,
It's gonna
but
hurt a little bit.
it's gonna hurt. I done been through it. I've been on this since 2008, so I done
Mm,
been through finding out this stuff about people, and famous people. And I had to let some stuff go.
that's right.
But the stuff that's coming out current, if we can't even understand what you're trying to break down on the music industry, and we like those people, but if they was into something bad, they was into something bad. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? You have to be able to let it go. Look, to thy own self be true. And that's the key to me. You got to be true to yourself. You're gonna lie to yourself. You're gonna say, "Eyes, I don't believe what you seeing."
What you
I
see,
mean,
what
that's
you telling me
true
you see,
deception.
eyes. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
my toes see.
exactly. That's pure personal deception, and we gotta pray that off people. We just got to pray more. I mean, like for real,
Did you know
we
that
really do.
historically that the Sherlock
For
Holmes
the
of Black
people who
history and the
is
person
going
with
to
the
have a more
national
difficult
largest
time
collection
than
of
us
independent
who's trying to
texts?
show them that look, no way informers, this is your fault. You know what I'm saying? This is not your fault. Let's get that straight right now. But you gotta let that idol go.
You gotta
Or it
let it
will
go.
be your fault after you know, after you don't been to Cairo University, don't went to first of all the word of God and God Himself, and you still hold on to that. Now it's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't make
And,
him talk
and
like that. He just came on changing the subject into what he wanted to, and then it went that way for him. I ain't had to do nothing. I just
But
asked the question.
it had to go that way. It had to go that way because you have to know what's inside of each one of us who call ourselves Cairo University
That's
students.
right.
It needs to come out.
What is your intent here? What do you see with your eyes?
Exactly.
Don't just say Bro
Exactly.
and yeah, we the best and all this extra. Well, now I'm calling on you. Now show like what do you know? If I ask you a question about any of these idols that's before us, are you gonna have an emotional wreck pool and come against what you've learned? And we don't came so far. Go ahead, Queen.
So far. You're absolutely correct. It's like, he know that you have respect for him. Hell, the class have respect for him,
Of
but
course.
I didn't. I had before I commented. I like it sound like Puerto Rican cuz voice, but wait a minute. Let me listen a little bit longer. When I found out it was him, I ain't never met the man before. I almost got heartbroken. Like, what the hell? Who you been hanging around?
Who you
What's
been
going
hanging
on, man?
around?
Yeah,
And sometimes
that
it's
was
not
my
even
first
that.
thing.
Sometimes our brains just get locked in and don't allow anything to to you don't allow old truths to be examined within yourself. Just question everything means just that. The Bible talk about trying all the spirits that say they are the Lord. Oh, really?
That's right.
That's what you's a good person. Okay, well I'm gonna leave it
Yeah,
all on the table, and when I come in 3 days, my dollar better
exactly.
be there. You know.
Yeah, good people do bad things sometimes. Come
That's
on,
right.
but. I'm not sitting in judgment, but I was like, I wasn't pleased that the enemy even got an inch into my chat mate. I'm like, no, we can't have that. It affect you. It affect the other students. They start going left. We can't have that because they ain't what Kev taught us.
That's right. And I'm videos right now. The father of Black history was a Puerto Rican. See, we got to go back and examine the Puerto Rican communistic influence on Black America. Press one. See,
Exactly.
see.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Queen.
Because Big Truth was real. Only we can tell our story.
You right.
The Native American. Only we. And, like I told you before, I got a best friend who is white for 20 years. But guess what? When push comes to shove, I guarantee you, I always got in the back of my mind, she know how to pull a Becky if she have to.
Huh?
I ain't stupid. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And don't be stupid. For nobody, you know.
I ain't gonna be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful
because
day.
she can't tell my story like I can tell mine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, that's 3 down for Puerto Rican because 0. Nobody is for Puerto Rican because everybody think he had a bad, terrible. Maybe
Not today.
it's the Tupac thing. It's the Tupac thing. Some of us, yes, the other day it was Beyonce. I wonder what's gonna happen when I expose Jay and the rest of these dudes for participating. I wonder once we get to the meat and potatoes. Once we get,
Exactly.
do you really want to know how the government was using Tupac to turn us all into thugs under Kali worship? Huh? Do they really want to
You
know
know
that?
what I'm saying? Can you handle that? Can you handle that?
Yes, ma'am. We'll
I
have a
can handle
Tupac
it.
show. Why not? Why not? We can talk about. See, that's what this show is about, Queen. What if we knew all of this? What it had changed the way we played this storyline out we call our lives with our brothers being in penitentiary? Had they all known this was a product of somebody else's culture and somebody else's belief? This is all biblical to me, because God told
Sure
us.
is.
God told us to not believe in these other gods because they was gonna lead us astray. But we so like, no, if they look like they really got their third eye open, like it ain't doing nothing but sit in the park. It ain't harming. They go over there, they caught up in something.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's not the will of God.
And that's when you die, so called, in sin. That's what I believe when you're doing something outside of the will of God. The penalty for that, well, that's the rule of that. You giving
That
back to
is
the
the
world.
rule.
I could die going to the store to get me some tamales or something. I want to die
That's right.
before I say, God, walk with me and guide my footsteps, and I'll walk through South Central or catch the train or go do this one. And that's what I do. So
Yeah.
that's what I didn't grow up doing that. I had to really lean on him, and really
That's
it got
right.
to a point says where I was like, that's more real to me than leaning on anybody in real life
That's right.
and the
So true.
material life that we live in. Because family will do you one way. You can't really talk to anybody. A lot of times, if you don't got a good woman or a good man of understanding that can calm that spirit, you be out here alone. Every man and woman deserve a counterpart to have that calmness of spirit with and go to God with together. If not, when you come from that, you find a
Mm-hmm.
peace, a peaceful place with your counterpart. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. Is this getting back right mentally
Yeah.
all the way around.
That's right. I just want to emphasize though, if this just a rehearsal, we got some more rehearsing to do to prepare our people to wake up.
You better hope this is the reverse. You better hope that was the rehearsal there. Shit.
Yeah,
Lord have
it
mercy.
was.
Thank you, Queen, for that one. 910. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. Lord have mercy. She
Appreciate
said, if this was the rehearsal, we got some cold things to do. Our people messed up, champ. Come on, champ. The PR girls out here like, you got some more work to do, man. Imagine waking up with more work to do. 480, you on the air. What's popping?
Yeah, Kev Rowe.
Yeah, bro, what's happening?
This is good, man. I love the content, brother. Thank you for taking out your time every single day and working your brain and your spirit and letting God work through you.
to send us your message, man. I really appreciate that. I tap in every single day.
Mommy.
I would like to address something that is on my mind, right? And I like to think smart and like to think outside the box, right? I'm gonna give my own personal experience, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, G.
I was an artist, and to make a long story short, I was getting a lot of hits, getting a lot of attention from different labels. I want to speak on the Tupac thing because Death Row sent me and my record label a letter to be able to be signed to, and something like, I think our lawyer was explaining, it was like we would do like some mixtapes. Once our buzz get up even more, they would sign us to an exclusive deal.
I got you.
Now, all right. Now I'm gonna tell you something that I was thinking about. Me and my partners was planning to do once we got to Death Row, right? Now, from the outside looking in, for these people that they see shit on TV and they be like, yo, you know, they take it for face value a little bit. Sometimes it don't be what you see. You got to believe half of what you see and really nothing of what you hear. But anyway, me and my partners, man, we was about to go to Death Row and fuck some shit up. We was going to go there and act like, yeah, we was good artists or whatever, and we was going to tear that whole shit up. That's what we was thinking. Maybe we would have died doing it. But my point is of this story is this. Some of these artists go into the industry and then they find out once they get there that these people are bad people. They fucked up. They do all types of nefarious, evil shit, right?
Right.
Some of these artists try to take this shit into their hands. Now, I can't speak on which ones that have, but
right.
Some of them, maybe Tupac, maybe Nipsey Hussle, maybe right. Mac Miller, any of these guys that had a plan, that had people that they knew of, and they got the drop on a plan to come in. So boom, all right, they take them out. They hit them off with some messed up dope. They set them up in the tabloids, get them shot up. Whatever happens to them, right? So that's all I'm saying. Some of these people and some of these artists, these rappers, could be going into this having a plan to do something to one of these people, having they goons, they family or whatever, ready to ride, ready to revenge what they've been doing to these artists and doing to these kids, doing to just even the average person that's looking up to these people.
So,
and I'm only saying that because that what my intentions was. Now, I could have went to Death Row. I don't want to be long. I could have went to Death Row. I could have got on a Death Row. I could have been in a public eye looking like I was on some Illuminati shit and be like, all right, cuz is on some Illuminati shit. Is really down with it. But no, my whole plan is to act like I'm down with it, to get close to the motherfuckers I actually want to get together because they playing with God. You feel me? So speaking on the Tupac thing, maybe that's what he could have been doing. Maybe he was like with the whole entire government plan. Maybe Nipsey Hussle was too. Or maybe these dudes was acting like they was to be able to get their plan together to do something about it and didn't give a fuck about living or dying as long as they got somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm not trying to throw the classroom off or anything.
No. You're actually you're right on task. You're right on what we like to talk about. Yeah. Because
so
I've always seen. I'm looking at this two ways now. Now, either you're a righteous martyr and you knew as a man, you said, "Damn," and you set out to do that, or you didn't. You know, it's just coming down to that. And I believe a lot of these brothers, right now at this moment, had no other choice to try to go about it that way. I can see black men going about it that way.
Yeah, I've been looking up, and I'm not telling anybody anything, but some of this information people have to kind of like die for. They be whistleblowing, they go and have to get protective custody and all the rest of this. But I'm looking into seeing if that maybe that's what happened to Kobe or any of these
Well,
guys that
of
maybe
course,
the
that's what's going on
establishment,
now. We're gonna get
right?
into people who've exited the game through protective custody to uphold their name and fake their deaths or whatever. Those are the things that we talk about here on the What If Show, and we're gonna be touching
Yeah,
bases on that.
because I could see possibly, man, God is His light within us as human beings, as loving beings. Yeah, we do some messed up stuff, bro. But just think about it, like some of these actors and some of these rappers, these basketball players, they know some of the most messed up people and didn't even know that the evil was that pure within a person.
Right.
You feel me? They go and meet these people and be like, oh, okay, that's what that's about. I want to get out of this. I want to do something about it in some sort of way. But then they plan get out some way. They plan gets
Yeah,
leaked,
it gets
and then
infiltrated.
damn, they're
They plans
yeah,
get and they got to go into hiding.
right, or they just get killed. Period.
Or they get
Because
killed.
a lot
Yeah.
of these, right, a lot of these celebrities, their phones are tapped. Their tablets, their laptops, all this, a lot of this stuff is tapped. They're just completely watching them. So if they have any inklings of trying to plan to do something about any of this stuff, then they're gone. And then for us, once they're gone, we can go and look up this shit and be like, yo, was he really with the Illuminati? Was he really with these people? Or
Yeah.
was he about to expose them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right, like a
I
rogue,
just,
like a rogue participant. Like, oh no, fuck. Because once you mingle with us and you get used to the lifestyle, there's many things that goes into place. You with friends, and it weighs on a human spirit. Am I gonna really betray? Even though they make these movies, like it's part of the job. People will have some type of confliction with betraying their brothers. They real brothers.
exactly.
And
And that's
yes,
why.
go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like, like you said, once they meet some of these people, they can't believe that, damn, like I done did some shit in my life. I can be mean. I done been mean to people, but damn, dog, you like that?
Yeah.
Like, you really like that? Like, yo, all right, now shit, let me be able to try to get out the game or just like retire or like shit, I sent some goons to go fuck up a pedophile if I knew he was a exec and I knew that he was a pedophile. Like,
Right.
bro, like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if the exec, I go and fuck the exec up and they get the drop, it tap my phone. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he got some goons. They're gonna go fuck up the exec that
Right.
supposedly is a pedophile.
Right. They
Then,
know everything
damn,
you're
all
saying
right,
to
I
your
can get
goons.
right. I could get killed. They could just kill me and just say it was whatever, right? You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Some of our black people, and I hate to say this, but I think that it's going to be a trend of that. I'm sorry to say that, and I hope that it doesn't, but I think it's going to be a trend of more of our black people and people that has God within them, that's in entertainment business, are going to continue to die.
Of
Because they
course.
want out of that shit, man. They want to leave. They don't want. Yeah, they fucked up. Some of the people that are on paper, man, there's nothing they can do about it. They fucked up. They making out tweets. They sending emails. They're saying stupid shit in interviews. Some of these people are crying and dying out, not wanting to be in Hollywood and go through the shit that they're going through and hold the secrets that they're holding, man. They're hurting. Not saying that we shouldn't not. We shouldn't bash their ass,
I
but
got you. What you're saying
some
is
of these people.
it's tough. It's the judgment on it is tougher than it looks. Like you have to take everything into consideration when dealing with who's brought up in this lifestyle, who turned to, and there's so many different demographics that play a part into this. I understand exactly what you mean, man.
Yeah, some of these people are victims, man.
Yeah.
Some of these people are victims. Yeah, they're fucked up. I'm just gonna name a few. Jay-Z, that nigga is a victim. He ain't running nothing. They could kill that dude at any time. He's being told what to do. Now, that don't mean go out and buy Jay-Z shit. That don't mean go out and support any of these people. I'm just saying these people are victims. They're getting told what to do. They scared. They want to ride on some shit, and some of them don't. Some of them don't. Some of them are like with the shit. They come from the streets. They with this shit. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about God. They don't care about any morals. They don't care about family. They really who they are. But some of these people stumbled upon this information going into the entertainment business, and now they're there. And it's almost like, really, are you going to ride? You going to die for this shit? Or are you going to keep on keeping it up? You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to have a plan, your fucking plan get leaked, and then they kill you? Or you be able to get a couple of motherfuckers that actually is close to you, that's with the family of the Illuminati. You just get a couple of motherfuckers before they get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's we just got to think a little bit more smarter, man. We got to be able to like not judge too much, but we got to be able to judge enough to be able to save our souls. We got to be able to judge enough to be able to like put our family up on who's some of the right artists, and sometimes we're not going to be like right with it because we don't know. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was giving my personal experience with the entertainment business in the beginning, because if I would have got signed to Death Row, maybe I don't think that I'll be alive talking to you right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, like straight like that. You know what I'm saying?
Why would Jay-Z be a victim?
Because he don't run shit, and if you don't do what the fuck they tell him to do, then they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, but he's been down with this stuff for, you
know. Now let me say the other part of that. That's only if inside of him he's scared to die. He's scared to die. He's scared to see his people die. So, all right, with inside of him, all right, let me sacrifice my soul and myself and keep on playing like I'm down with the people, but I'm not down with the people. But I am down with the people. I'm down with God, but I got to be able to save my soul. I got to be able to save my people.
But how do you get all that from Jay-Z?
I kind of don't. I'm just using it as an example to say Jay-Z can be pure fucking evil, Kev. I don't know. He could be like down with it, like for sure, like for real. I'm just saying it could be at the end of the day, no matter if
he runs with Marina. Marina's evil.
Yeah. Look, 9 times out of 10, he probably is. Okay, let's say that. Let's say that he is down with the city. You know what the fuck he doing? He ain't stupid. He know what he doing. He going to hell. He sell these people out. He sell our people out every single.
But you said he was a victim. But sir, you're conflicted.
No,
you're conflicted. I don't got time to play with these. I don't. You know me. I ain't got time to do it. Kev, bro. You feel me? It don't take me too long. What you talking about? It's to talk. I'm not here for people who don't make damn sense, though. This ain't the place where people don't make sense. Just call in and have endless dialect and about nothing. Stand before the class and just this one. No, I didn't say that, did I? Oh, what I meant to say I ain't got time for that one. You feel me? Jay-Z was a terrible example. Kanye would have been better. Both of them is shit. Both of them. Up in the industry. Neither one of them is better. Both singularities to the same. Both playing opposite roles to the same singularity fucking project in the background. That was dumb for you to even say yourself. Nine 7 8. You on the air? What up? 978.
How you doing, Kev? This is TK, bro. How you doing? Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, Kev, bro. I heard the caller, but as much as I don't agree with what he's saying. I'll tell you why.
What are you talking
bro,
about?
Everything now.
What caller? What are you talking about?
No, just talking about the caller, saying like some of them were victims, stuff like that signed up for this contract.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. The number one key, bro, as Christians, we grow and we see spiritually because these people they are geniuses, they're smart. But the difference with us is that we are wise. And being wise is when you can see things in the eyes of the Spirit, which is the truth. So number one key, bro, that we learn from the Bible is that how come Jesus Christ never walked with the Pharisees? Jesus says, because the number one key, the Bible teaches us, don't yoke with an unbeliever. That's why I always would say that when you watch Nipsey, Tupac, and all of them, you do see the youngness in them in spirit. You do see that, Kel. I'm telling you, because like the funny thing is that how come they never linked up with people like us? You know, and you know very well the Bible says do not yoke with an unbeliever. Like Tupac, for example, if he was wise, he could see things in the eyes of the spirit. How can you sign a contract with death row knowing very well that symbolizes death? Why would you do that? You know, Nipsey,
Right.
like one of the things that I've noticed with them is that it's because spiritually they didn't grow that much. They just rushed for it. Like, look, we're still growing. That's why we won't sign these deals. We don't want to be part of these things because we can tell this is the enemy himself,
Right.
disguising as an angel of light. But these guys, right, they did. And one of the things I used to say with Nipsey, how can you sign with Rock Nation, bro? You know very well. You know that these are demons. You know. Right. And he wasn't strong spiritually. That's why they die. You see these people, they be playing with the spirit so much and it catches up with them. All them XXS Tentacion, all those things. They're not strong spiritually, bro. It takes time. Look, I'm 29 and I'm still growing. Pac was 25. He was young. Probably never even read the whole Bible. So they were just playing with fire. And I see in them, I do see that the youngness in them, that they spiritually they're young, bro. Because if Nipsey was really that, he would. How come he never linked up with you, Mr. Kev? How come these people they never really linked up with the true children of God? It's weird, but they always want to yoke with the unbelievers. But the Bible warns us that don't yoke with unbelievers. Jesus Christ never worked with the Pharisees. The Pharisees, they were smart. Yes, they always tried to challenge him, but Jesus was wise. He was always able to defeat them. But he never joined them. They were rich. They had everything, like these industries and stuff. But he never joined them. But somebody might look at me and say that, okay, fine, TK. Like for me, example, I work for a pharmaceutical company, and how come what if this pharmaceutical company plays a role in killing people? Like, medication don't heal. I'm aware of that. At the same time, it's deeper with that one when you work in the enemy's camp like that, like Nipsey and people. It's way deeper. That's why we're growing, right? It takes time. And then you can face the devil himself, and you know very well he can't even touch you because you touch. Like the Bible says, man, resist the devil and he will flee, whether he likes it or not. So it's funny that Parks, they were yoking with unbelievers, bro, and you don't do that, and you don't play with God. That's what they be doing most of the time. They'll be like Nipsey. He says that if I put my right hand to God, like Jesus, something like make a reference to Jesus. But when he died, it was mostly Islamic. Those two don't mix. How come? It was Farrakhan talking in his funeral. Where was Kev Rose, somebody who speak highly of God, for example? Where were we? You see, man, they play too much with the spirits. They like to face the enemy using our God because they know it's the true God, but it requires growth. You can use God, man. You can use God, and that's what they do, and it always catches up with them. It always catches up with them, and it's sad. It's sad for them, but I always tell people, like, man, don't play with the spirit. How can you just go sit down with Jay-Z knowing very well that this guy is a demon himself? Like, you can tell, like, Nipsey couldn't smell this guy. Like, he couldn't see, like, all surrounded by all these demons. Yeah, man. Jesus never did that. So that's why I always say, man, I'm not Jesus. I can never be Jesus. But I always want to walk in the footstep of Jesus. And Jesus never yoked with unbelievers. He warned us about this. And the enemy is here to do three things. He's here to steal, kill, and destroy. And look at Nipsey and stuff. Stolen, killed, and destroyed. They have no foundation anymore. So I believe it's up to us now, and it requires growth, especially spiritually. And we should never play with God, especially God of the Bible. We see how these people be playing with our God, and it's just be funny to me sometimes. But I always say it's gonna catch up with them.
Sometimes sometimes your body just naturally just chuckle at the disrespect, and when folly comes, Because again, I was adolescent in the spirit and the mind like that. When the folly come, you're gonna
When
know
the friend
exactly where it came from. And you're gonna know, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna
you
know that
know,
you're gonna know it's God. You're gonna know it.
you, you know, bro. That's what I like. Paul, like when I look at Paul, like how can you sign to a label that says death row? Anything that has to do with black, as we were teaching about the Shiva and all the kind of stuff, I'm aware of that because I grew up with the
Right,
Indians. I was taught by them, right?
right.
Shiva, anything that has to do with black equals darkness. With
That's
our
right.
God, Jesus is the way, truth, and the light. And light is brightness. Like, why do people want to? We're not black, Kev.
Now, if this is what I
We're
want
the
to
children
ask
of
you,
God, bro.
is Kali the god of death row?
Death row, yep.
Of
They're
course,
called death.
because that's the one who holds their souls in where? In the dungeon until judgment.
You,
So
but
that's it's you caught in the catch-22, Emmett Smith.
and, and all of them. You know what? There's something that you said deep, bro. One of the videos was you were teaching about there's something deep. By the way, you blocked me on my other phone, bro. I had to use my mom's phone. Anyways, let's continue. There's something deep, bro, that you told me that you said, Kev. When you remember when you were talking about the deeps of hell and you were talking about the ocean, like it goes deeper than deep.
Yes,
It
sir.
reminded me it reminded me of the scripture when Jesus was with Peter and he said, Peter, we should be the fishers of men. In my head, I'm thinking, what if God is talking about the soul that's been stolen under the sea?
So you know what we got to do then. You understand what I was saying.
Bro, we're gonna, bro. Continue with the
So
book, like,
when we become fishers of men, what do we got to do? And who do we save their souls from and bring them to where?
right, bro. That's you see how deep you see how. That's why, man. I'm disappointed in Puerto Rican. That's why I was at work, so I couldn't listen to all of it. I was like, bro, now, no, man. You. That's shallow. That's shallow. You know what I mean? That's shallow. Like this thing is deeper than deep. And with the ocean, the ship, man, this Indian is all connected. This spirit is deep. I was telling my
We got
mom,
to
like,
pull our
wow, Kev,
sisters out of marine and mermaid lifestyle and belief.
right,
We got to pull them out of
right.
their eternal damnation. That's what we got to do. That's what I
Fishes
can't
of
even believe
men.
I'm saying. I can't even believe God brought me to a point where I can say that out my lips.
No, that I couldn't believe me that because it's a fight, bro. Like people don't understand. Like true children of God, I'm fighting, bro. It's a spiritual warfare. But I can't believe like today, like with these days, you got to like we coming to face. God is exposing the true devil, bro. And like Shiva is so deep. Like God is like, bro. We face now. We see the true enemy over here.
And we
Like
under maritime law, right? So we under the
it's the
law of what?
time,
The water. And what's the
maritime,
water?
all
The
the time.
deep. So if we under satanic rule, if you want to remove yourself lawfully and don't be a slave to Satan, we got to be fisher of men and get our country right. We got to get each other right so we can get out of here. Or embrace what's to come.
Embrace what's to come,
There
man.
you
And
go.
that's why it's a fight. And it's sad, man. Like for others that still don't see this, like still like to be recognized as black. Like you don't want to be black. It's dead. It just symbolizes death.
That's it.
You know, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, Kev, keep doing your thing, bro. Like I
My man.
appreciate it, and I'm learning, bro. But like Nipsey, all these people that we were looking up to, that sign up to these industries. When we look deep to them, you see that they were young spiritually. You know, it's like some of them were using our God, you know, to
Yeah.
get there. You
Yeah.
know, and it catches up with them. God can tell when you're using Him.
Yeah.
You know. So
Where you
thank you,
from,
bro.
bro?
Thank
Where
you.
you from?
Oh, to TK, bro. I'm South African.
Oh,
Remember
TK,
the
South
Zulu?
Africa.
Yeah, bro. You blocked me though because by the way, I gotta apologize. But it's just
I'll be
that
forgetting
I was
about you, TK. Shit, I got about 3
I
TKs.
only,
No,
I
TK, you
don't.
gotta understand, it's about 3 TKs that I know.
Okay, mate. Tutuga though. That's my official name, Tutuga, which means to
The hell,
prosper.
I gotta
I'm
get you
Zulu,
off
and
the unblock list, man. You're not unblocked over here.
yeah, no, I'm not because I'm still watching you.
All right,
You couldn't block me.
this the
I'm still
place you don't
searching for
want.
you, bro.
You know that old channel. That's what that is. This is where you
Yeah,
don't want to be
yeah,
blocked at. So
and then the live one too, man. I had to subscribe to that one because I was wondering where's Kevro, but he had the other show too, and then boom, here I am, bro. I had to go back. I had to go back.
Yeah.
I had to go back and just, and bruh, it's amazing though. It's a great time to be alive though.
Yes,
People
it
don't see it.
is.
I don't know why people are scared.
It's
I
the
don't know
best.
why people are
Listen,
scared,
I
bro.
knew it when I said it when I was like 21. I knew it in my genetic makeup. I said, this is probably my life. I'm gonna see. I don't know. I was always told this in my mind. It's gonna be the most revealing generation that ever walked the earth. You gonna be here to see it all unravel. I cannot believe that it's true. And I
And
play a big part in it. I couldn't believe this. Me personally, I just want to go have coffee and have dinner with some damn body and chill out.
and believe it or not, that's what's the most important thing, Kev, that people need to understand. Like, yes, I was born and raised in South Africa, and I came over here in America and got an opportunity and open doors. It's very important, bro, for Afro Americans to get, because to me, I feel like the land now is crying for its original people. You can see it all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if Afro Americans, bro, can get back their homeland, like you always fighting, like not like you
Yes.
really like fighting. The one thing that you're always trying to wake them up, Afro Americans, which yes, those are the Aboriginal, and I am African American, born at home, but because of y'all, I was able to build my life and even help my people at home because of y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, bro, it would have been. This was our hope for most of people in Africa. That's why most of them are here. And bro, it all goes back to y'all, dog. Like y'all
We
are the
got to
best.
connect with our
Y'all are.
African brothers in South Africa and things of that nature because I
There's
think
a connection.
I think Afro Americans need the truth from Africans and this dialect to where we can be honest and the need to play the roots fair so everyone can capitalize off the blessings of America, which they do now already. I really see that.
Yeah, but here's the difference though. When you look at Africa, that's why like no disrespect to all the African people. Like I don't click right with Nigerians, with Congo things are Liberian, with not because hey, they're from Northern Africa and everything of Northern Africa are Muslim. And everybody, all of us in Southern Africa, we are born in Christian. Like that's our that born and raised like
So
all our
Northern
lives.
Africa more of a Muslim push, Southern Africa
Yes,
more of a believers in Christ.
in Christ. That's why when I come here, sometimes they think that I'm Afro American because even our complexion. If you can sit next to me, we look alike.
We look
Like
alike.
the
We look the
complexion
same.
and the connection. Yeah, yeah, bro. It's amazing. It's weird, bro. But the children of God, bro, they recognize one another. That's all. And we are winning. Bro, the things that they've done to us, bro, to the children of God, they took our rainbow, bro.
That's
The
right. They
gay
took
rights,
our
bro.
rainbow.
They took them all. They took everything of ours that God gave us, but we never fought. We
That's
just
right.
chilled. We just prayed. You know what I mean? Just being the children of God. And now God is saying enough is enough. They're taking our children, bro. They're taking everything that God has blessed us with to be able to be pro-life, to create life, and all. They're taking it. But now it's came to a point like God, it's enough, man. God has been telling them like, yo, free my people, and
That's
these
it.
people are just
Let my people go. And you living in a generation where Pharaoh heart is going to be hard, and God
it's,
Himself
it's coming for them, bro.
it's coming.
It's over for
And
them.
I tell people, don't choose a side. Just sit back, observe the show, and watch the
Enjoy.
true king put that work in, like the grand showman that he was always from the beginning to the end. It's just the way
Bruh.
it's gonna play out.
But do you also what revelation you brought up to me when as you were going directly trying to figure out the enemy himself, the source of the enemy, because
Yeah,
that's where we're at now.
yeah.
You made me. It made because the reason one of the reasons I love Tom is because like he's manly. Because they've been trying to destroy anything that like even someone can speak out their mind. You know what I mean? Getting censored. That's why I used to love. But what's ironic about it, as you were warning us though, like he's still a German. Don't forget that. As you keep on, because now he's working mostly with the Indians. Which is weird. Is he trying to go back to the source of that magic thing? I don't know, but that's interesting though.
It
But God,
is, and
bro, always.
and that's where we took the source. That's where I went, and they afraid to say. I didn't.
Yeah,
I can only ask. I went directly to the source of the power, which is Colin. Shiva,
You
and
got it.
this being, which is the god of darkness, time,
All the
black death, child sacrifice, the drinking of
all these
blood,
things.
the rings of Saturn, everything that the Bible teaches us about our enemy and those who deceived us is right here.
And bro,
And that
they're
old
everywhere.
serpent, one of the
Yo,
oldest,
they
if not the oldest religion on earth, the people.
oldest, oldest. And what's funny about it, that's when you realize that, yo, our God is a true God, bro,
That's
because
right.
they everywhere, dog. They after us like crazy,
Crazy, right?
but we still here.
This is
Bro,
why they
they
want to give the
everywhere.
fascination to black people and people they perceive worthy of the sacrifice. But God has given us
Right.
life. You know why? Because He knocked that
Man,
that mandatory vaccination right out the park. He through Donald Trump executive orders to show volunteer, and now CDC confirms only 10 deaths. Oh my gosh!
think about
Imagine if we all took the
it.
mark of the beast. Imagine that.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But you know, above everything, though, man, you should put the full armor of God. You know, people should read the full armor of God. I believe it's in Ephesians 6. You know, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, like the boots of the gospel of peace. There, it's deep, but we always have to put on the full armor of God because the enemy, he says, is roaring like it's like a roaring lion seeking for whom he may devour. Like, damn,
They just want to eat
damn.
you up. Ain't that what Shiva is? Ain't that what Kali is? Looking for who she may
Bro,
devour? Ain't she got a sickle that represents Saturn, the sickle of Saturn, and chop their heads off with? Ain't this what we talking about? I'm gonna give you the beast. And the beast got how
yo,
many
bro.
hands? How many arms? How many heads? They got a beast right
Yo,
there.
7 heads over the neck or something like that. Man, you
They
got
gotta
it,
be
bro. You
that
got it,
one right
bro.
there gotta be one of the beasts that the Bible speak of right there. That gotta be one
It
of
has to be, bro.
them.
That's what I'm saying, man. You got the source. You got the source. I'm like, oh my God, Kev.
That's right.
Damn. Because I'm still like, you know, some of the people still looking at like, no, bro, we know the source
No,
now. You
you
can just
you
tell from
you
afar
tripped
now.
me out, sir, when you brought up the fisherman thing because I didn't think of it like that. See, I was thinking the bottomless pit and why we have to do this, and Satan and where he is in the ocean of under
Right, right.
oceans that's already been confirmed by fucking scientists. Okay, my thing is when
Right.
you brought that up, it just rung so many bells. I knew exactly where you was going,
It's
and it's true.
crazy.
We yeah,
As you
that's
were saying, as you would say, they trying to run away. They can with them rockets and stuff. It still falls
you
down,
cannot
man.
run
It
away.
goes down to the pit. They can't get out of here, bro. You showed those sculptures, man, of these fallen angels. How sad they look, mad as
Yeah,
what?
they mad.
We
You
were
see the
laughing at
statue?
them,
They look
man.
like they condemned and can't get out of this.
Yo,
What's wrong with you?
Kevin, I want to say one more thing, bro, before I go. It's something funny, man. Because it was the biggest question I was been asking myself. Man, it's so funny, man. You be making some saying some funny things too, like when you were singing the John Legend when you were mocking him. But anyway, like Ice Cube, bro.
You know the
You see
women
how
love
they
when I sing the John Legend. I'm gonna have to do a remake of the John Legend. But go ahead, King.
Yo, bro, you see what you see Ice Cube, how they look. You see all of them, they look
Oh
old,
my
DL.
goodness.
They looking like, bro, they rotten. Like they skin is for they are rotten. I call it
They're
rotten.
rotting right
They are
before our
rotten
eyes. He looked like he had the welfare
right
office,
before
Ice
our eyes.
Cube.
But isn't it funny though? They look like those thuggies that you were showing those pictures with them beard and stuff.
Oh,
They
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 look
look
just
like
like
that.
him.
Like them,
They
bro.
look just like
That's
him.
what I was wondering. Yeah,
I
man, you
told
got
Ice
him, bro.
Cube where he come from,
Wow.
nigga. We don't believe we know your power now. You come now. He looking all dry and
Man,
dusty.
I'm sad,
They
man.
might
For
be
the recent cousin,
Turkish.
dog.
Shit, they might be
Yo, for recent
Turkish.
cousins talk about Thug Life, man. Tupac was trying to, hey, man, Tupac wanted to be, I don't know, like a messiah, I guess. Everybody wants to be Jesus, man. Huh? They just want to be
Everybody
all
want
smart.
to wear the crown, but no, the heavy is the head. Nobody want to go through the process, the natural process.
Nah,
You know, they want the fake.
shortcuts,
They want
bro.
the substitute. They want to, if you buy my album, they don't know how to take the
Bro,
spirit of God and walk with the people
it's
and walk.
growth. It's
You know what I'm saying? And
growth.
grow.
You gotta go through the experience. You
And
see death, man. You
you
see
gonna
so
lose it
much, as
all
you were
too.
saying about the snake.
You're gonna lose it all
Those
too.
things,
Be prepared.
yeah.
Everything
You
in
have to
this
lose
world that you got an attachment to, you're going to lose it when you turn to Christ. And you're going to give it up righteously too. Here you go.
You give it up,
If
bro.
it's your
You
will
give
that
it
this
up.
is in my life, it's your will. And you got to live life. That's a hell of a bargain when you believe in the world. We trust in the world every day that time your alarm going to wake you up. I just put my face somewhere
Right.
else. I don't got the same problem as everybody else. My car note ain't $500, $600 down dollars. That ain't my stress.
Exactly, man. Like it's so weird, but man, we good. We good. Like it's
Mhm.
sad for others. It's still, man.
I just
Yo,
want
dog, you
peace.
got to
I want
talk.
to be able to talk to my South
Talk.
African and North African and Mid African brothers. Maybe we can talk about distribution,
No, look,
distribution,
no,
and the
I'm
leather
feeling that.
products. We got
I'm
to get
feeling.
into distribution, man. It's some beautiful leather products they make over there in Africa and in different countries that I find my African brothers out here selling. We got to get more into culture and business within self.
And if only African Americans, bro, can, as you always, teaching, bro, like get back to the wealth and build. You can build a whole world
I
because
know.
we don't have hate. We don't have hate. We don't have jealous. We don't have
Oh my
selfishness.
goodness.
It's not in us.
Oh my
You know what I
goodness.
mean? It's
And
not
the
about
Democrats,
everybody has
the
a
Black
heart.
Lives Matter gave the Democrats $1 billion and they gave it to
1
Joe
billion,
Biden.
bro.
They gave it to Joe Biden to run for president.
They give it to all our enemies. No disrespect. They give it to all our enemies, bro. It's amazing. Maybe you remember you were talking about that Asian guy who the one who went to Charlemagne and all these guys.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
the people that don't even know us. These
Charles
people are
Wu.
bro. They could have
Charles
built a
Wu
warehouse.
laughing at you behind your back, laughing with his white friends talking to. It's the white people who told on Charles Wu. You can't be talking about our black friends like this one. No,
Right.
see, the
Come
Asian
on,
don't
man.
became the Caucasian like a motherfucker. What's wrong with you, sir?
Wow, man. It's crazy, bro. That man, I'm just saying, all these BLMs, they could have built their own warehouse. They could even build their own hospital with that
Hell
money,
no.
and just make
They
everybody
can't even
doctors.
cut a
All
coconut out
man,
the tree, damn it. They can't even listen. These
yeah,
let me tell you something, brother, my South African brother. These Black Lives Matters is not married. They ain't got no husbands. They don't take care of their kids and they robbing and stealing as a way of reparations instead of legal.
that's why
I
they
love
black.
it. I love it.
That's why they black, bro.
That's
That's
why
why
they
they black.
black right
That-
there.
That's why they black. We are
Damn,
just
you
the
made
children of
sense.
God, bro.
I
That's
ain't
why
never
they
loved
black.
an
Man,
African
thank
brother
you,
like I
bro.
love you, 2K. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much, bro, dog.
My
It's all love,
man.
kid, bro.
My one love,
All right.
baby. Kev Gills. One time for my African brothers out there. Just for my African brothers. They like, Kev, stop, cuz we don't do that here. Kevin, if I do this in Africa, they're hey, you stop joking. That was more like Russian mob. Hey, you, what do you do here? Uh, I say peace. That means fuck you in Africa. Huh? They say America did what that. Bro. They don't betray us, y'all. For 702 Las Vegas, you on the air. 702. It's Water World there.
What's going on, Kev? How everybody doing today? But yeah, I was just trying to chime in too, Kev, with this whole why everybody think, especially Sonetta and Pan Africans, man, they messing up the whole little just the black culture in general because they want to go to these African roots, talking about these gods and who they is and stuff. But all these motherfuckers are demons and fallen angels, and like African cuz. Was putting word on with basically Nimrod. You know what I'm saying?
You
We
don't
all
name TK
getting,
African cuz. Come on.
oh man,
Go
God
ahead.
bless
I'm just
America.
playing.
We
America, we gotta do better, black Americans. We gotta do better. Go ahead.
No, but I feel him know what he
I
talking about,
know.
Kev. Cause look at me, look. My government name is Sergio, Kev.
Hmm.
My mom, she from Africa too. She from Angola,
Okay.
and then my dad, he Portuguese. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's like, but I'm African American because I was
Of course you
born in
are.
America, Kev.
Yeah,
So
you just
I'm
like
like,
African cuz. You gotta admit it now.
yeah, that's what I'm
When we
saying.
love
So
you, you still are brothers. We still love each
no,
other.
listen,
Shit.
hey, Kev, it's beautiful, man.
It's
You
a
know what I'm
beautiful
talking about?
thing.
Like, cause Yeah, it's a beautiful. I just look at it as like America is Wakanda because the
Now,
magnet attracted us here.
that's
You know
right.
what I'm
And
talking
you
about?
know how you
It's
just
like it's
identified where you was from?
Kev. I don't
Oh,
even know really
Africa.
though because
But what I'm saying is, your father, your mother, people can identify where they're from. Afro Americans are sitting on the
they
land that
can't.
they're from, and they don't even know it.
That's what I be telling
Their
my
whole
real
culture has
indigenous.
been uprooted from them, and nobody wants to. If nothing else, you have to tell a people who they are. If nothing else,
That's
this is sad when you gotta tell Trump and the Republican and the Democrats we have to identify ourselves. See, you find out who with you when the Afro Americans stand up and identify themselves. Shout out to TK.
but like it's like at least the majority. Like I said, that like because I got a whole lot of Democrat baby friends. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about? They educated, but the intellect is retarded, right? So it's like they not even trying to like accept the fact that they are Americans now, bro. Because everybody want to move out of America. You want to go to Africa? No, nigga. Why are you trying to get away from home?
I don't
And
worry
you
about people
uncovered
who want to run away from Africa. Let me tell you the statistics of everybody who talking about they want to go to Africa. Zero. Zero. They all talking. Ain't
exactly.
nobody went.
They
I bet you
capping.
he's still here, ain't he?
Yeah, no, they all still here,
All
Kev.
right
That's what
then.
I'm saying.
They talking, they
So,
capping,
so, so
they capping.
yeah, quit talking that shit and appreciate America because now Trump and them, you know, because Trump and them, they do appreciate America because
They
now they
appreciate
looking
more
at, yeah,
America
man,
more
you know,
than you.
yeah, more than you, because they look at it like, because again, remember you brought this out. They the first immigrants. Remember how
Yeah.
Lauren and the
They
white boy
these
called
white
them?
folk
They
is
the
the
first
first
immigrants.
immigrants. They ain't playing. They ain't nigga.
They ain't playing.
Nigga. If y'all do
Who,
these people and they wake up, everybody dead,
right.
bro. We all gotta go. Nigga, somebody, bro.
Like who was they running away from? Why did they want to come over here and migrate over here?
You running
That's the
away
question
from
we
they
asking.
running away from paganism. They was running away from
Right,
Rome, Catholicism,
right.
from the black god, death, the black Dalai Lama, all the rest of them, the Buddha, all Nazism, the black sun worshiper, Kaaba. That's where they ran from. And now I see
Because
why.
I see why too. Because they picked up that good book. They seen that good book and they seen that
If
book
you
of
seen
prophecy.
Kali, would you run too? Yeah.
Shit, goddamn right. Praying the whole goddamn way. Shit, I hope Kylie don't get me. But you see that the white folks they use how can you say, Kev? Like that good book is beautiful, man. They understand it. They already understand it all. They the conquerors, or they people of the conquerors. They colonized and won the war, so they get it. They trying to get the hell away from it because they know where they trying to put them at. Cali is for real. Trump and
You
them ain't
said
trying to leave
Cali and
America.
communism
Shit.
is for real.
Man, they trying to leave America, kid. They hell nah. They like no. I want to stay here. And then shit. Okay, I might not tell you the whole scoop that this is all the way your land. Because remember, you was having that show. If they find out this is our land, what they gonna do about it? Are you gonna give us our land back?
Right.
I'm not gonna give you all your land back.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
give you
give it
just,
all back.
oh, that shit. We here too. We got to work together, my niggas.
Right.
Shit.
You see,
We gonna get these Democrat babies out of
we
here,
gonna
and
get
then
them
after that,
out of there.
let's negotiate.
It's
Right,
them over there. Did you see them over there? They started the
right.
Democrats, Confederate Racism Party, bro. Them right there. Them over there did it. Right there. How you know? Because them our cousins. We was with y'all. We fought with y'all for them. Them right there. They got the flag. Look,
They,
it looked like a Nazi flag right here, right here.
right. They know what time it is, kid. The British is coming. The Redcoats is coming. God damn. Shit, we ran away from they coming back over here. Hey, niggas, we need y'all help. This is the
And you know
only
who told us
way.
that story? The blue coats lying at the Democrat. The red coats is coming. I got a red shirt on right now. I'm Republican, fool. No red coats coming. You came chasing
Right,
them.
you can.
You came in, don't want to let them go. Trying to get them to believe in
Right.
Collie. Here you come, a damn Dixiecrat in the late 1800s, 1900s, and brought all of they people over here and hit us in the head with Plymouth Rock story.
Right. They over there. They shit. They was chasing you motherfuckers over here. Oh shit, these we got them, man. We found some
We
land.
found the colonials. They went back and told Britain. They over there.
Shit, hell yeah, they over here, and it's a gold mine. They got everything, whatever you need. They got everything. They got some niggas there. We ain't worried about them though, because we got these other Africans. You know, we gonna send in
how
our
much food
Africans.
over there to feed all of us? All of us.
All of us.
All of us. They got wheat, rice, buffalo, chickens and shit. They got every damn thing. Everything perfect for farming. The whole country you can farm on. They got beaches and shit. Could you imagine being stuck in the middle of the Middle East with no beaches? The Middle East is 4 directions. That's in the middle of no goddamn where. And that's where you want to go.
Shit, and then now in the Middle East, UK, it's cold as hell.
It's cold as why would you want to go to
the
They don't dress nothingness up and made Dubai look good. That is a mirage. You gonna die there. That's what you're gonna do.
We found the Americas. It is United States and South America. America, we could go vacation there. It is beautiful.
Yeah, that's us. We go down there on Cabo on vacation. See, the difference between the rest of the world, y'all, is they want to hijack us. Ain't nothing in Britain but humidity. Ain't nothing in India but bricks and stuff. Ain't nothing there. Them statues don't really blink. There ain't nothing. Egypt ain't nothing there. It's desolate. It blowed up. Lord destroyed it.
And they all eat babies, Kev.
And they all eat babies. The only way out of this is to turn from y'all wicked ways, adrenochromers. And I know y'all vampires can't do it. I know you can't. That's why I'm telling you the truth right here, because you can't. Y'all ordering that shit right now. I'm trying to find the hottest block of adrenochrome. I got some for 30 grand. What about you?
Shit, you feel me, Kev? And then just going back to going back to the spiritual thing. It's crazy, huh, Kev? How they always prior to this wanted us to go to space. Want us to go out of space, want to leave the earth, right?
Another dream.
And then you got another dream, but you got to look at it how African cuz like that too, though. Like if we know these is like demonic spiritual entities, and then they trying to put this perspective of this narrative going into space, it's like they trying to get back home.
They trying to get home. I told you, they trying to place themselves in the stars as gods again, because we stopped believing in Neptune. We stopped believing in the planets up there. We don't see none of that shit.
They can't live on Earth, and so they got to go underground, trying to figure out new ways, new plans to get home. But God don't want them. You tainted. I don't want to deal with you. You're gonna die over there. You're gonna die. You're gonna die right there. I don't care what's going on.
Hey y'all, when you give Americans some demonic prep courses, bro, they ready to fight these motherfuckers. What the fuck is y'all doing in them sewers down there? Y'all can't come out. Y'all crazy as hell.
They can't come out because they can't live on Earth. They can't walk amongst us because even God said it. They can't harm you unless you let them in. You were the one that want to call on to them. You're the one that want to go ahead and praise on to them. Now you giving them energy and power because they live off a different light. They ain't gonna use your dumb ass. Again, that's what we were talking about, the whole Nipsey and Tupac. Yeah, maybe their spirits wasn't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? Because we look at you, Kev. I guarantee you could probably been through some shit where you're like, damn, man, I could have got fucked up in this situation. I could have got a jam in this situation.
Sir.
I could have got a jam in this situation.
Yes, sir.
Man, I know only the Lord, like the Most High, had my back.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I have no shame, because when it was my turn he had no shame about protecting me, and I can't play with that. You know what I'm saying? And keeping my whole body secured in certain situations. And he wasn't playing about coming to get me. So why would I play about this righteous walk? I ain't worried about it. It ain't gonna cost me no women or friends. I don't care about that one. It's gonna cause the little people to get upset. I'm not worried about what people feel no more. Because you wasn't there when he saved me. When I asked for it, and you wasn't there. So I gotta tell you about it. Because you obviously ain't got no testimony or something. I don't know what's up with y'all. 2000 baby, y'all Democrats. Y'all done fell out of testimony.
Right. I don't know what's going on with them babies. Them babies, God bless them though, Kev, because again, either like the word tell us about these deities, they gonna come upon like my name, like you already know, man. And I mean, again, even if Q is the enemy, they did say watch out for signs and symbols will be their downfall. So hey, man, at this point, I'm just relying on the Most High to use Trump or the vessel. He's just using this vessel. Shit, because if you fuck up too, nigga, you die too, Trump. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like I
But
say,
right now,
like I say, everything is working out according to prophecy. That's why I know that the
exactly.
word of God is a living word. It's not just a book. You living it right now. You in it. You know what I'm saying?
You
You
live,
in it.
you right.
You know, it's
The
a
Great
living word.
Awakening.
It's a living prophecy, and you in it. It's like a it's hard to explain with common words. You have to see how my brain put this stuff together. You know, so I'm not afraid to fight against Lucifer and his warriors and his folk in the last days. Why would you be afraid to do that? It's the end.
That's
You put the
that's what
mask
we're
on,
talking about.
G. They got our people in fear wearing masks.
But you already said that. Remember, you said that 3 months ago, Kev. But you didn't even use CDC perspective. You was just like, man, you fools, y'all over there walking around with y'all masks. Like you already knew, but you ain't say it in how I'm
Well,
saying
I
it. You
asked
said
the
it like,
people,
you
how
know,
many of your cousins died from this? How many of your people you ain't meet? Nobody. They over here scaring you like
right.
y'all about to die if you remove that mask. No, they trying to sell them masks. I was a salesman. I would have told you the same thing if I ordered $10 trillion worth of the goddamn mask and thought I was about to triple up. I'd have told you that too.
You feel me, Kev? And then just like you just said, how many of your family members died? You don't know. Then all of a sudden, oh, my auntie, uncle, they just passed away from COVID. Knowing your auntie, uncle, 69 years old, they was
Not
already in
even
hospice.
69. Shit was 76. It was 94.
So the shit 94. I'm gonna say it like that. They already got hospice, so they already got a pre-existing condition for why they gonna die.
Uh-huh.
Because again, my wife used to work in hospice, so you know what I'm saying. They tell you got 2 months, you got a week, you got 3 days. They let you
Y'all
know
gonna
it's
die of
hospice.
COVID
That's
all
why
up in here. I just want to let y'all
all over
know.
here. So
In 3 months, you gonna die of COVID. In 2, what's your
you
date?
gonna die of
You
COVID.
gonna die of COVID? What's your date? And they gonna fill all y'all paperwork and say 10 million people died of COVID today. The fuck out
Now,
of here.
Kev, where would you find hospice patients at? In majority of your nursing homes,
Yep.
where the majority of deaths at,
Yep.
in your
In
nursing
your
homes.
nursing
So
home,
that's
just
like,
like Trump said.
you feel me? So that's an easy 35, 40 people thousand that's dead. We got that on the wraps. That's hospice. You know what I'm saying? We can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was on. They like, that's the devil. Like, you really playing on people's lives and shit. It's like your life is a gamble. They don't care about you, fool. You
They
know what
want
I'm
to
saying? So
scare. They wanted to scare us into that vaccine with Dr. Fauci. He needs to be arrested immediately. They wanted
yeah,
that
he
so
did.
bad, and Bill Gates. They all need to be arrested. Man, I got to get out there, get me something to eat, and come back and do another live stream.
Most definitely, cuz. Go get them tacos.
You already know. Thank you, King.
All
nah,
right, fam.
nah, man. I'll let y'all care, bro, or nothing. I'll see y'all very soon. I gotta go get me something to eat. Hit me up. Cash App. Show your support of the channel. Please donate if you found any of this information useful. Cash App is hashtag GillzGang. Shout out to everybody who donated in the super chat. And we going from here. You know, where we go from here, I don't know. But we going from here. Coffee and Kush TV, Kev Rowe, or nothing. Cop a sweatshirt or something. As always.